Uh, got a host of people here. Let's start with got CX the producer. Got I am Diggerhertz. Got Lamar Jordan. Rashawn Ricks, aka the Jersey Sun, and some others should be joining us momentarily. Um, Couple subjects today. What I want to talk about, and I've been briefly looking at it, was the NFL concussion, the CTQ that's being caused by what's going on after these people after they finish playing the game, the concussions and stuff. They're talking about the end result might be no football, and in my opinion, I just think it's a grown man sport. People, you know what you're getting into when you play the game. My question is, should they be regulating this? And if they are regulating it, is it affecting how we watch the game? Or should you play at your own risk because you know the risk before you got into it? So that's the question I want to ask. So I'll start it out. Anybody want to speak on that? Give their opinion?
It's pretty with me. With me, it's pretty much play at your own risk. You get paid millions. You get paid millions to play a sport that you love. So you know what I mean?
Right.
So and you sign that contract knowing the risk and the concussion. You're gonna get concussions. Other injuries also. You know what I'm saying? Other injuries also.
Right.
Like, basically, what you signing on for? So I don't really know. I don't have no pity for them.
Right. Millions of dollars. They know the risk. It's not like they're finding this out. Like, wow, I didn't know this caused that. Any impact sports.
Exactly what they put into.
I'd rather the way it's going now. It's it's starting to be. I know a couple people that used to be hardcore football fans aren't watching it anymore because too many rules and flags. You can't hit with the helmet, and sometimes you can't prevent that. Especially on kickoff. They try to. I guess they put the kickoff 5 yards further, so there's a lot of touchbacks and stuff. So I don't know, man. It's kind of looking like the entertainment value might be not there anymore. We come from the era of like Walter Payton and them guys. Just chucking the quarterback and spearing people. Hey, Diggerhertz, what you think on that, brother?
That was legit.
Right. I think the answer is twofold. I watched the movie Concussion when it dropped,
All right.
and man, I was I was kind of dumbfounded. But some of the stuff I kind of already knew. Like prior to this movie dropping, I was having a conversation with my old man, and we were talking about how soft the game had gotten. Like we was talking about how soft it had really gotten. I was like, yo, we didn't. I wasn't knowing the reasoning behind it being getting soft. I won't say getting soft, but it was a lot of the stuff that like you said, old school fans pretty much associate the game with. Those things were not present as much as they used to be back in the days or whatnot.
All right.
And and I guess it was a good reason because the NFL had already had all this research piled up, but they never brought it to light out of fear of litigation, out of fear of having to the money thing, having to pay back money for research that they had done that could have proved this, that, or the third.
Right.
But I agree with my man. What my man just said, it's a grown man sport, and you know what you're getting into when you sign up for it. But on the flip side of that, though, with with the more information that people are getting now about the head trauma and all that stuff, honestly, there's no safe way to make football safe. There's no safe way at all because it's a contact sport, and anytime you got a contact sport, you're gonna endure bruises. you're gonna endure, getting dinged. You're gonna endure all that because I mean, you can pad that. You can wrap a dude up in Michelin, like the Michelin Man, in his helmet as well. But as long as you getting, it's like being a boxer. There's no safe way to be a boxer. If you getting your bell rung. I was watching fights last night. I'm looking like, damn, and I thought about the whole CT thing as I was watching the fight. Like, 10 years prior or even 5 years prior to this, I never thought about those things. I never thought about, dude getting his bell wrong playing football or getting punched in the face repeatedly for rounds and rounds and rounds. But what I saw in the concussion movie was even more damning with the fact that you had a doctor. And I'm not going to make it a race thing, but I'm gonna be real about this. There was a black doctor who was so accomplished, and he found this stuff out. But they made every way to discredit all the information that he researched and got. They tried their damnedest to discredit him or whatnot. And so, I think the people that are higher ups in this entertainment situation, especially the NFL, they know that it's a possibility that that pipeline could be getting cut off. That's why you got pundits that always say we need more research. Like, nah, bro, you got all the research right here, but it's on you, or what you want to believe. Like a lot of people who say, well, hey, I need more research. Well, I don't need research if somebody is a youngin, if an old head say, hey, young blood, don't go to jail because jail ain't no place for you. I ain't gonna say I need more research and go and get knocked just so I can prove his theory of what he's talking about. I'm gonna take his word for it because he's more experienced at that on that a level of fact than I am.
Right.
So, like I said, the answer is twofold. I love Sundays when it's football season. Love it. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I think that like my man said, you sign up for it? You already know what you're getting yourself into, but I think a lot of cats now are, looking at the information that they've gotten, and they're making more conscious and healthy decisions going forward. And I'm not even mad at them about it or for it, because it's just like if you're driving a car and you got a seatbelt, you got your seatbelt on, you're more likely to be safe in that seatbelt than you are wilding out just driving going 70 miles per hour without one. Right. So so I guess it's open to interpretation. I don't know.
All right, hey man, that's good dialogue, man. I agree with you. I mean, further down the line, you get these parents now that they're, by the way, I don't want to spoil the movie, but I probably want to get there. You want to what is your take on the movie? Did it bring you in, or just was it good stuff? That's what I asked.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, I watched it twice. Like I watched it twice because, like I said, I'm looking at it for I'm looking for the facts in it. So I'm looking for all the factoids in it. Right. Then I'm looking at a lot of times when I watch movies, especially biopics, I'm trying to get a true sense of what the message is. Right. And so I guess that's why I watched it twice. But after watching it, one of the first things I noticed when this guy was coming up with all the information that he was coming up with, like how much they were trying to discredit him and how much they were. And I ain't trying to give up away if people ain't seen it. I ain't trying to give it away. But I'm pretty sure that every barbershop in America bootleg that shit to death. So I don't feel bad by saying what I'm about to say, but they went through great lengths to discredit his findings. And it's like any avenue of life when you're bringing truth to the light. Anytime you're bringing truth to the light, there's always going to be somebody that so many people have died behind bringing forth truth, man. You just look at history. You know what I'm saying? But they discredit him. They try to kill him. They threaten him. They went after his boss. And you don't go after someone like that if there's no truth involved. Right. So that's how I feel about it, yo.
They're looking at it like he's about to cost them hundreds of millions of dollars, man.
Right. Right.
What's going on, CX? CX in there.
CX.
Sorry about that. Anybody else want to comment on that? Lamar? CX? Bricks?
The NFL question starts deeper than that because kids are playing football now 5 and 6 years old.
Right.
The research got started when they're young, cause
Right.
we got the helmets and the shoulder pads. But you
Right.
don't know it's the helmet is as safe as a motorcycle helmet.
Mhm.
So that's where the
Right.
research really got to start when they're
Right.
young, cause they start from 6 years old to middle school to high school. Then you got college. So half
Right.
of them already have concussions before they get to the
They already
NFL.
got symptoms before they get there. You're right.
And
You're sure right.
that's where the research got to start.
Right. I tell you, where I'm from, I played football in high school, and they got the Pop Warner. We were a lot of Pop Warner. I mean, this guy Pop Warner is like Saturdays or same as NFL kind of. But you got these coaches that never. I didn't see him out in the football field with me when I was in school. These guys are the same age as me. How are you going to teach these kids the fundamentals if you never played yourself? And I'm not saying you can't be an X's and O's guys, but it starts with the youth learning how to tackle correctly. Because when I played, it was Helmet City. We used to get pats on the back for how many colors you can get on your helmet.
Right.
And that used to be the
Yeah.
thing back then. But now we got we're finding out that it's not good to tackle with your helmet. So you gotta. It starts with the youth, and like I say, it's a boys game. Even when you're 30 years old. So I think it starts with these coaches showing direct fundamentals, man, and that stuff starting to soak in with these kids as they get older. When you get
Right.
to high school, now it's time to show you about the 3-4, or let's run the run and shoot, or not the run and shoot no more, but the pistol. I'm all old and stuff. You tell how old I am. But I just don't want it to get to a point where, because I'm like Dick Hurts. Sundays are holidays, man. It's 17 days of holidays every Sunday.
Man,
And,
Sunday NFL ticket and all that good stuff.
woo,
Man.
if the NFL ticket was $1,000, it would be money well spent.
Right.
We, I'm starting to see the game change a little bit, man. People are. I think they stand more of a chance to get hurt by trying to hold up and not tackle a certain way. I've seen that a couple times.
Yeah.
Arm tackling, which is you can't.
It's
Some of these-
watered down.
right.
The game is watered down pretty much, man. Like they don't do that with hockey. Like niggas been fighting the hockey since forever, man.
Right. Right.
They ain't changing that, cause that, you know what I'm saying? That's the game of hockey. That's the way it's been.
Right.
You've never heard anything on hockey, man, and they're just as rough, if not rougher, man.
No, they probably the most valuable and more violent because they're allowed to fight even
Right.
within the game, the structure of the game. So
And but listen, it's
deep freeze.
Uh-oh. Rich. Boy, they gonna get this. They gonna get this stuff done. They gonna get this stuff right one day, man. It's one day we're gonna have to. We ain't gonna need all this stuff.
Right.
It's gonna be fluent. You probably.
See, I'm in the house tonight, man. If I was outside, my Wi-Fi is just for some reason, man. I don't know if it's the reburn in the house or what, man. But I got a good signal in here, so I'm gonna start rocking down here, even for the if I'm invited for the hangouts.
Well, man, it's good to have y'all on, man.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, bro, for real. So, first of all, let's go around the room. I just want to just get a poll. Who is in your opinion, the greatest running back of all times, and why? Starting with you, Dick Hurts.
Woo, greatest running back and why? The best pure running back that I've ever seen. I'm gonna probably go with Barry Sanders,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna tell you why I say Barry Sanders. From an art standpoint, I've never seen a man make -2 yards look so beautiful. Like when he's running, I've never seen a guy, man, that can stop on a dime like he does, man. Make a whole whole defensive line miss him. For a -1 yard. I mean the way he ran, and also the humility that he played the game with. Like he knew he was good,
Right.
and he could have actually he could have broke Jim Brown's record easily.
Killed
But he had so much respect for the man due to his father. That was one of his father's his father's idols or whatever. So he had so much respect for what that he brought to the table that he just up and quit just so he wouldn't do it.
That takes a big man.
It take a big man because nowadays when everything is predicated on breaking somebody else's records and all that stuff, he just like he took himself out of the equation altogether.
Game of numbers, man. The game of numbers is. I always been. I'll say mine's, but I'll tell you why. That's one of my favorites too. But I got a couple others too. Right? Just
right.
Now, man. But I never seen somebody that could cut on a dime and keep the same speed like Barry Sanders did.
Right.
Highlight reel.
Right.
How about you, Lamar? Lamar?
If you saw J. when he was young, he was on a bad team. I think this guy keep averaging 150 yards a game on a bad team, but pretty bad line. And the thing is, he has the same. He so I said everybody, he was just as big. He probably was 100, 205 pounds. And 400 yards.
Hey, Lamar, you breaking up real bad, Lamar. I don't know if it's a connection problem. I can't. It's anybody else on? Hello, Lamar, you want to check your connection, brother? I couldn't. Your words weren't coming through right, man. I don't know if you're in a bad spot in the house, man. I think he say OJ. I don't know.
Yes.
Say OJ, Lamar.
Yeah, OJ.
Yeah, OJ was another one. What about you, Ricks?
I'm about to go with Peyton, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to go, and that's pretty much because I just, you know what I'm saying, the Bears. I used to watch the Bears a lot coming up, so that's you know what I mean. So I'm partial to Peyton, man.
Right. Yeah, he had a lot of heart. I mean, that man had a heart like no other. And he was a freak, man. He was a conditioning nut. He used to show him running up the bleachers and stuff, man. You get tired watching him.
Right.
Definitely Walter Payton's got to be up there when you talk about great running backs. So we got Barry Sanders, we got O.J. Simpson, we got Walter Payton. I say Barry Sanders was the most exciting running back to watch. He did it with no line.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
But Walter Payton achieved so much, the Super Bowl rings,
right?
What other, he achieved a lot. Which Barry Sanders got caught on a bad team. I think would he have retired if he was on a productive team, or he would he was almost close to breaking his record. So that
I think he still would have retired because of the fact of the moral fiber that he was ingrained with.
Right.
Like I said, his father, adored Jim Brown. You know what I'm saying? So I think if he was on the Cowboys and he would have won 2 championships and that record was up to be broken, I think he still would have got on down.
And now I want to say, I want to ask this question now that we talked about greatest. Who is the most overrated running back of all times? I'll start with you, Digger Hurts.
And
why?
Overrated.
I'll start it off for you. I'll say Emmitt Smith.
I was thinking that, but it's somebody way more less deserving than him. Because if he had the rings, I would have said that. But to that point, Emmitt was good. I wouldn't call him completely overrated, but there's somebody out there. I'm scrolling through my memory lane real quick, trying to see.
Corey Dillon?
Nah, Corey. Nah. Let me think, man. I can see him. I can see the face. I can see the silhouette, but I can't see the face.
By the way, I didn't mean to offend any Cowboys fans out there. You always find
well, they're gonna be offended anyway. You cannot talk about them and they're gonna be offended. That's just
fans talking. Mo Junk ain't been to the big game in almost 20 years.
Word.
But you know Cowboy fan when you see him, man. My good friends are Cowboy fans. I'm a Giant fan, of course.
Of course.
Yeah,
Cowboys.
Giant. You know.
I don't know about overrated, but I can tell you that one of the biggest underachievers at running back,
Talk to me.
Eddie George.
I agree with that.
Eddie
Why?
George, yeah, I wouldn't say he was overrated because he lived up to the hype for a minute, man. But he just, man, I don't know what the situation. And I live in Tennessee. I don't know what the situation was, to where he wasn't getting the touches or he wasn't. I don't know if it was a physical thing. I don't know if it was a play calling thing with Fisher. I don't know, but it's like that dude was such a physical specimen, and
Yes.
for him to be that size, man, that powerful of a run and nimble at this height and size he was, man, I just wonder like why wasn't he on a why wasn't he greater than what he was?
Right. Even though if you rate him with Heisman running backs, out of that little class with the Ron Danes and the
Lord,
Bush, he did a little bit better than them. But I think
right.
the Heisman Trophy is a curse.
It is for it really is.
Right,
Because most time the people who get the Heisman, they're not actually the best players. They just the most in some terms hyped. You
right,
know, the most sought after. The media has a kind of a thing where they put a lot of praise in on people that they like, and that can kind of like fit their whole preconceived notion of what that person should be. Because
right,
as soon as you're not that person, that's when they start pulling out brick pieces. They mess up the masonry of everything.
right. I agree with that. How about you, Lamar? Most underrated or underachieved running back in your estimation?
That's a pretty good one. Now, we have a lot of guys come out of college that didn't make it. High school for Heisman.
Huh?
What do you say on that one? Now, for me, I like to know. I thought Fred Duff could be a little in Jacksonville.
Fred Taylor?
But, yeah, I like, but I thought that Fred Duff.
I like Fred Taylor too. You think he could have? I mean, he for
Yeah,
I'm-
he ain't size and power.
right. Fred Taylor, I guess I think he made the Jaguars good while they were good when they were good. But I remember I always liked Fred Taylor. He was a Florida guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So
Yeah, what a guy.
how about you, Ricks?
Oh shit. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't have nobody off the top right now.
Got you. I just wanted to go off of left field real quick. We were talking about the concussion situation. I was trying to get it warmed up, but so we talked about concussions. We talked about running backs. As I was interested in. Next, we're going to touch on the kids. We're going to touch on the youth. Now, we were coming up. We were younger. We always said we were going to be the future of this country. The way I see it now, and way the youth, what do we have to do to ensure that this youth grows up and stop having social media and movies and all this other shit raise our kids? What do you do to, what are your parenting tips as far as making sure your kids got the right type of, the right morals and shit like that? What do we do?
Being omnipresent. That's the best I can say. When you have a more of an omnipresent, you know, state of being, which is
Uh-huh.
even if you don't live with them, it's important to know what they're into and know what they like, the dislikes, and because
Right.
right like now, like I I can remember being young and my father just giving me NWA tapes and Ice Cube tapes and at 9, 10 years old. But his message was, look, hey, check this out. It's nice stuff on here, but just remember, this ain't real. It's
Right.
entertainment.
Right.
And I think especially with kids that don't come from less desirable, environments and situations, they're more drawn into that thing because of the allure of it, Whereas, a kid who come from that different walk of life or whatever, they're trying to get out.
Right.
But kids who don't live that life, who the lifestyle seem more intriguing to them, they trying to get in, not knowing that they're trying to get to a place that nobody should want to be.
Right.
For and people that are there for systematic reasons as well. We won't get into that right now, but I just think being in tune with what they're doing. Like if you give your kid an electronic device, hey, you need to know what's on that device. You need to know what they're doing. If you got a stat, as a matter of fact, if it's a passcode on there, you need to have that passcode number. If they even if they're like 13 or 14, well, whatever age it is that you can get on Facebook or any of these other social media sites, because I've seen some parents who let their child have those things, but their parents, have the password to it. They monitor that stuff.
Right.
So it kind of takes the fun out of it, but at least you're able to monitor and see what's going on. And that way, if something is going on that's not to your liking, you can put the kibosh on that real quick.
Right. I agree with that, and I like how your father, he gave you the NWA. He was the first to introduce it to you.
No, he wasn't. See, but you know what it was? I think the dynamic that he and I have, it was more like, he was a father. Don't get me wrong, but he was more like, a friend, in some areas where he like, hey, because he knew I was musically inclined at that age too.
Right.
So he was like, yo, have you heard this Ice Cube? He already knew I was listening to this stuff because we were sneaking. Me and my cousin would sneak listen to it, but my mom would she took one of my NWA tapes, took the tape out. So, me being smart, I just put it back in the cassette player and rewind it.
Yeah, yes,
you know
sir.
What I'm saying? So when she found out I had it again, this time she was a little smart. She took it and she snapped it in half. But I went back, and back in the day I used to have so many methods to do things. When she threw it in the garbage, I unwrapped it, wound it back up with a pencil, took some like masking tape, and put them back together.
Talk to
man,
me.
I was, but that's how I felt about music. Like I hated to be denied the music that I love. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be denied that. So I would get a beating. I would risk a beating to hear NWA. I would risk a beating to hear Kane, Rakim. I would take a severe beating for it any day. But I thank my father for instilling that in me early, even though my mom didn't want me to, she tried to shelter me from a lot of that stuff. My pops was like, yo, take this, but just remember, and that's all you can really pretty much tell kids, man, because the way that entertainment runs today, as opposed when you was a kid, I was a kid, there was more censorship on television because you had the oldest Jewish people that was running the networks and entertainment. So there was certain images that they didn't want their kids to be seen. Like now it's like a free fall, for mindsets. It's like a it's like a free for all for mindsets, pretty much. Like if we can corrupt every mind that's tuned in, we good. And don't get me wrong, I love TV. I love television much as the next man.
I got something to say. I got to peel this orange. All right, man.
I think I had a bachelor's degree in tape repair.
Oh, I did too. I had a master's. Matter of fact, I had a doctorate because cats used to bring their tapes to me in the hood. Like, yo, hey man, I heard you fix you fix tapes real good. Like, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you what was crazy. You had the tapes that were like, you had your tapes that had the screws in it, right?
Yeah.
You had your tapes that was kind of like, blended, melted together with adhesive or whatever.
Right.
So with those, I had a technique to where I would be real careful about taking those apart. Then I would tape it back up together with masking tape to make sure that everything was cohesive. Right. But I love the ones with screws in. Like, my blank tapes. Oh, I fix those all the time.
Right. Them great Maxells.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I remember them shit. But back to the joint. My thing is like my man was saying, you gotta be involved. Like, even if you ain't there, you gotta know what they watching. You gotta know what they playing. You gotta know who they playing with.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is like this gay agenda they pushing on my kids.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have nothing wrong with gays. Do what y'all do. Y'all have fun. But when you know what I'm saying, when you putting the shit in front of my children's face, that's when that's when I have a problem with. Like I'm heterosexual. I don't go out, you know what I'm saying, with a heterosexual flag. I don't even do too much acts of affection in public. It's just certain shit kids shouldn't really see. And they definitely shouldn't see 2 men, 2 women just surfing the channels, just surfing the channels trying to get to a cartoon. They see two dudes kissing, 2 women kissing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give y'all one better than that, man. I'm gonna tell you a commercial that I see all the time, man. Every time I see it, a little part of me is angry when I see it because of the image that it sends, the imagery that it sends out. Like, I know y'all seen the State Farm commercial with Chris Paul and Kevin Garnett and.
Oh man!
Every time I see that commercial, man, I think to myself like. And my man, I got a young partner of mine. We were talking one day about it. He said, yo, why does that make you mad? Because, you know, at least dude getting, hey man, whatever you say, dude getting paid. I said, yeah, but I said, at the end of the day, you got a son. I said, your son younger than my daughter. I said, so is it okay for your son to look at that commercial and say, Dad, I want my hair like that, or Dad, I want to dress like that. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I don't care. You know, whatever. If you're a lesbian or you're a gay or whatever, I ain't got no problem with that. But don't force that way of life on me when I'm living my life my way and I'm trying to enforce that same thing with my children.
Right.
And so when I see that commercial, man, it's like, you know. Are you willing to sell your soul for a check? You know, whether you like it or not, man, you are representative of something that is way bigger than yourself.
Right.
So when you got a kid, when you deliberately misleading somebody or misleading a child, especially a child, and you lead them around the path, and he said he comes to you one day and said, yo, when I was a kid, man, I used to love them State Farm commercials with you had the wig and the dress on, and you ain't even rocking like that. But you just shaped this young person's mind to go down that route. And so now, you know what I'm saying? So
this nigga 7 feet. Like, where is your values at, big nigga? Like,
right.
Come on, man. You already getting paid from the NBA, man. You don't need that State Farm money like that, man.
And that goes for LeBron has done it. Charles Barkley has done it. All these cats have sold their souls.
Back in the day, Larry Johnson was doing this shit.
Yeah, grandmama. And you know, back then you thought that was so hilarious, but then, like I said, that was that whole trick knowledge right there. You know, that was that whole trick knowledge then. So, you know, like you saying, man, it's just, you know, it's I don't know, man. It's like we went from talking about that and talking about, you know, the whole discipline factor in the school systems and this, that, and the third, man. And it's all the way out crazy, man. I swear, but that commercial in particular, man, when I see it come on, I don't care if Golden State playing and they down by 40. If that commercial come on, I'm turning it off and I'm just gonna wait till the game come back. I don't care how much I miss because it's just something about that imagery, man. When I see that you know. And my man was like, yo, so you wouldn't take $1 million or you wouldn't take $40 million to put on a dress? I said, no. I said, because at the end of the day, my soul ain't for sale. I'm a man. I said, I'm a man. I got nephews and cousins that look up to me, man. I can't be out here playing myself out like that.
That's priceless, man.
I wish I would. I tell my son not, you know what I'm saying? I tell him not to be a man, be a boy. He see me on TV with a wig. And come on, man. I be a fucking hypocrite, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like that.
But what done happen is education. That what done happen.
Or lack thereof.
And yeah, it's the lack of. But it's okay for us to tell a kid to make an A in school and not a failing grade. And it's okay for us to tell a kid to read a book and discipline. But now they think if they pick up a book, they not accepted with their friends who won't pick up a book. So that's what we got to put into their heads now. It's okay to read. Right. It's okay to do math.
Right.
Because once they get 16, if they hadn't picked up a book yet, they lost.
Right.
And
you know what's crazy? The coolest skit. I was telling my man the other day. I said, if you think back, man, when you was in school, some of the coolest dudes that you thought was so cool are the most bummed out niggas right now, or bummed out cats right now.
That's 100%.
Sure enough, you're right.
And I was cool in school, but you know, like you said, I was that cat that was a bookworm. Now I made A's and B's in school, and you know, I was proud of that because I knew that you know, I could blend in any environment. I hung out with the jocks because I played ball. I could hang out with the knucklehead because that's where I come from. But everybody knew about my you know my good how good I was in school or whatever. And I did that so I could play sports, so I wouldn't be sitting here looking all stupid when I'm supposed to be balling. I'm sitting at home looking stupid because I can't play because I'm ineligible. So,
I mean, I remember being in school. I was pretty decent in baseball, and I remember my grades were just lackluster. I found a way for me to. I had to stay after school for like 15 minutes a day, and I was able to play baseball. I didn't learn nothing from that, but you know, maybe if they would have maybe said, "Hey, you gotta learn something. You gotta get this, or you ain't playing." You know, I probably would have. Who knows, man?
Hey yo, let me tell you something. I played ball through high school. I captained the basketball team, all that. I graduated high school, but I didn't graduate on time. I had to go to summer school. Now, they pushed my coach. I was failing, yo. They talked to my coach. They let me play ball. I'm still failing. Now, looking back, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know at the time, you know what I'm saying? But looking back at it, I was like, yo, they did a disservice to me. Because you know what I'm saying? I really should have been ineligible. But y'all let me go through just because y'all want to win games or the coach want to look good or whatever. But the focus wasn't on my education. It wasn't on, you know what I'm saying? And I really can't blame it on them because it all falls down to me. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, they use certain kids.
Right.
They will use you up, and when you ain't used to them no more, they after the season, nobody talked to any of my teachers. You know what I'm saying? The talking stopped. I'm straight failing that. You know what I'm saying? They was giving me D's, you know what I'm saying? Now, straight at, nobody's talking. Like I said, that was a mistake on my end. But that happens to a lot of kids, especially athletes, man.
Especially college athletes.
On the wayside, man.
That's that was irresponsible for them, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know, where you can make a difference, man. That should have lasted a lifetime. Maybe they would have made crack down, man, instead of worrying about winning football games or baseball games or basketball games, man. And you put in that position, man. You got a responsibility to make sure that you leave your mark on this kid, man. Be positive, not hey, we'll just push you through it because you're awesome, man. You carrying a team and stuff. That Coach Carter movie, man. They frown upon guys like that. You seen that? The parents wasn't even with it.
But that Coach Carter situation, it happens all across the country. But the thing about it is, it won't get any light because of the dynamic of how the structure of where we live.
Right.
The negative gets all the love, and that's why when you look at the news, I honestly don't believe that more bad stuff happens in the world than good. I don't believe that, but it's about what the news captures, and as long as you can keep people in pandemonium and up at arms and beefing and all the negative things that go along with watching these images and all that good stuff.
It's ratings. They need those ratings.
Right, exactly. So the Bahamadia had a song, man. She dropped on this EP a while back, man, and it was called called "Beautiful Things." And she was talking about all the negative stuff that go on. But if you're in a position like you're a newscaster, talk about the good stuff. Why ain't you doing that? You have an obligation to talk about the good stuff as well.
Right.
But America, like, we so sick, man. We don't want it. We want to see the death, the killings, the rapings, the shootings. Like, that's entertainment to us. That's not real. That's entertainment. That's entertainment to us. Like, that's when we tune in. if you got a new show with just positive stuff, most people will tune out. Most people ain't dead. They're not dead in their head. They want to see people hurt. They want to see somebody else's misery.
Right. Misery love company, man.
Damn right.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mystery Love Company.
And that's what we got. This. I'm loving the fact that we have the technology now to report. Like we're at different places on the globe. I mean, on the map right now. We talk about whatever. Stuff like this, people need to take advantage of, man, because the media. What station doesn't get the juicy bullshit story of something, and they don't key in on anything that's positive or uplifting. And now I'm talking about that. Let's talk about MC Hammer. You guys remember Hammer back in the day? Oh, we all remember Hammer.
Right.
This guy was labeled a sellout, man. Did you know this man brought people from his hood on tour with him and paid him a wage? Is that look? How do we? How does that man a sellout when that man trying to get people out the hood, man?
Let me show you how contradictory that is, though. Hammer, right along with I want to say Kid and Play. These were the first guys to take rap and use it for other avenues that ain't life. You look at Kid and Play had House Party 1, 2, 3, whatever.
Right.
But they went on to do a cartoon show after House Party 1.
I remember that.
They were doing all kind of other endorsement deals. Same thing with same thing with Hammer. Hammer was no rapper was getting Pepsi deals, Taco Bell deals. Had a Saturday morning cartoon on ABC. The list goes on and on. But if you turn the page, every MC, rapper, DJ, whatever, is getting endorsements from places that truly don't even dig the culture.
Right.
But they know that you're a cash cow, and if you put your name on it, people are gonna rock with it.
Right.
So
I mean,
you can't really call Hammer. You can't. I loved Hammer. I had the Hammer pants. I did all the dances. I knew all the dances, all that good stuff, man.
Hey,
I seen Hammer live. That was one of the best shows I ever seen. Straight up.
Well, one of the best performers ever, man. That boy know he could do a performance.
Yeah, because he looked at James Brown, man. Who put on a better show than James Brown?
Right. Hey, on that note, Pepsi was paying that guy, man, who knows how much that endorsement deal was, but you saying what they pay him was like, wow. So you can imagine what kind of money he made for them. That's crazy, man. But I just you look at people that will shit on you and won't give you an autograph or give you the time of day when they see you out in public, which I understand. It must be hell not being able to go pick up a burger or something without somebody hounding you for an autograph. But you need to think about this. Wasn't for these people hounding you get an autograph, you wouldn't be able to, what I'm saying, go both ways, kind of. So you got to take the good with the bad. Me, I'd rather be rich than famous. That's just me. I don't want to be known.
Give me the fortune, keep the fame.
Damn right.
Yes.
It's just how it just kills me how they take somebody and break them down and then we it's kind of like, are we letting them get away with it, or we'll state the facts, man. You know what? If you're a news company out there that's with the bullshit, you know what? You're not reputable, and I'm not listening to nothing you say, man.
Right.
It's just so many.
The power is in the people. If the people keep watching, they're gonna keep doing that shit. That's crazy. They're gonna keep doing that shit's gonna get worse and worse. The people stop doing it, they fall back on that shit.
Right. We do have the power, man, but it's like, I'm sorry to say, I'm probably gonna get crucified for this one that's gonna be watching later, but we don't stick together.
Yeah.
And I'm not making this about race. And when it's one time this guy not named Bobby, he couldn't stand. He was a racist to his heart. And we had a rapport with each other. And he said to me one day, you say, you know what, man? At the end of the day, it's all tribal. It's all tribal. You're part of one tribe, and sorry. We got there. Somebody calling? Hello? At the end of the day, it's all tribal, man. It's tribal.
Yeah.
But, our tribe, we don't stick together, so we're not able to, I don't want to keep going off pace, but look at the Jews. If you think of how many times somebody said Jew in a rap song or a song, that they get that Jew word right out of there. They did it so many times. Well, what do we? We
But
don't.
it's, but it's all systematic. You got to go back to colonialism,
Right,
and just like if you got a fat mom and a fat daddy, you gonna end up fat too.
right,
So the ills that we go through, although they're psychological, those things are passed down as well, just like genetics. So
right,
it's like this. If you don't teach your child or teach your nephew or your niece or some other kid, if you don't teach them how to stick together in certain situations, then they're gonna go out in the world, you know. And I think it's important we teach our young men that because it starts with them. Because a lot of our young men, who are being raised by primarily women, they're taking on an emotional connotation when it comes to dealing with stuff in the world. You
right,
know, you're making too many emotional decisions. Like I ain't saying a man can't be emotional. What I'm saying is a man is taught to deal with logic. To deal with things logically, not emotionally. You have to
right.
check your emotions at the door sometime when it comes to and use your mind because you
Absolutely.
know women are more prone to make emotional decisions because they're just built that way, they're engineered that way.
Right.
Whereas with a man, we're more methodical and logical. We're supposed to be. I think we're supposed to be anyway, in my estimation. But if you got a young man who's raised by a woman primarily, he don't have a male influence in his life, and the first time something don't go his way, he gonna wild out. He gonna get emotional instead of being like, you know what, man, let me see how it's gonna play out though.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
A lot of that
I
come in from the woman might be single,
right, and,
but
and male bashing
that's
too.
when her brothers, uncles, and stuff need to step up,
damn
and
right.
her male friends.
Right.
Somebody else to step up, and that's what's not happening.
I
Wow.
was
Nobody else not
blessed.
stepping up
I was
for
blessed,
him to have a
man.
man.
I had a grandfather. I had a host of uncles. Old vets on the street.
Right.
we got a lot of self hate. If we don't love ourselves, we don't give a fuck about the next man. We ain't about the next man.
Right.
Right.
So we was kind of conditioned throughout these years to hate ourselves. You understand? Natty head, big lips, black skin. We was conditioned to hate ourselves. So
Right. But
man,
what's beautiful about that though now? Like I see so many kids rocking the nappy look, and that makes me smile. Even though it's a fad, but they're taking ownership of that. They proud of that. They taking ownership of it. You know, I don't care where they got it from, but I heard Charles Barkley say something like he said he was talking about Derrick Rose on one of the telecasts or whatever, talking about his nappy hair or whatever. Again, we got so many coons out here, man.
Two.
It's too
No.
many to name, but that was some straight coondom. I
yo,
always
I
yeah,
heard that shit. I thought the same thing. I'm like, yo, why this nigga? All black people got nappy hair. That's what it is. It's supposed to be nappy. What are you talking about?
Right.
exactly, exactly. But I'm like I said, now it's getting better, man. I think kids are more I think some kids are getting more alert and aware of of who they are and tapping into that kind of stuff now. But on the flip side of that, though, you even got people people who are lesser hued than us that are going to get tanning beds, who are getting lip injections, that are getting butt injections, who are getting big breasts because you couldn't pay nobody to have those traits in the 50s, the 40s, to the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, or 80s or
Mm-hmm.
90s for that matter. But like now, it's cool to be black. It's like Paul Mooney famously said, "Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga." So, you know, so if you're gonna borrow from the culture, or you're gonna tap into something that's culturally, designated for someone else, be willing to take the onslaught of ridicule and all the other good stuff that comes along with it.
Right.
That's
It's deep.
that's from cosmetically to hip hop.
Yeah. It's deeper than just like you say, just doing some coastal things, man. It's deeper than that. It's a lot more. The reason why people got like the nappy head thing you were talking about, man. It's but
Yo, they say nappy head ain't good hair. I'm like, if you got hair on your head, you good. That's good hair.
Right. There's no such thing as good hair. Uh, hey, hair has one intent purpose, man. It's to keep your hair warm. That's it.
Yeah.
But black people, we like everything we do, we styling with it. Like we have to be stylish in every aspect of life. So, you know, although hair has this very intent purpose to keep our hairs warm, what we do, we get braids, fades, fros, we do it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, my wife asked me one time. I know it's kind of getting off topic, but
Go ahead with
if
it,
I had
bro.
to be if I had to be any other race, who what would I be? I'm like, black. I mean, African American, whatever you want to call it. I can't see myself being nothing else because I love, with all the trials and tribulation that come along with it. I love who I am. I love the
Right.
skin I'm in.
Yep.
So, right. We're strong people too. We don't use our strengths though to our advantage. We don't
We
use
don't we
our
don't
strengths.
because we've been taught to downplay them.
Right.
No, they been trying to break us down. Niggas, we still ain't break. We still moving. Like, come on, man. We strongest people ever to do all that bullshit.
Indeed,
It's still stand.
and forever will stand.
Right. Well, that's right. I'm sorry.
My thing is, I just want, I would like my people to accept each other more.
Right.
Like even with businesses, black-owned businesses. I know, and I'm gonna say this: a lot of black-owned businesses ain't up to par like other businesses. So you might be like, I ain't fucking with these niggas. They business ain't good. Yeah, I get
Right.
that. I get that. But you still gotta build up your own people so they can get to that
Right.
point.
Right.
You know,
You know,
that's it. Having a business ain't easy. I understand where they coming from. So
yeah.
I people to accept each other more. You know what I'm saying? And just be willing, you know what I'm saying, to love. Like we all one. Like why you not here to remember? Like I don't. That's the shit that gets me, man. Like we would never overcome that shit. If niggas can't stick wrong together.
I was in the flea market down in Orlando, and me and my wife were down there, and one guy I bought this cleaner, man. He's let me clean your glasses. Guy cleaned my glasses. So I bought a little tub. I think I still have it. Here this thing is. I bought this. Y'all see it? I bought this. This shit's pretty good. So around the corner, there was a black guy. He was selling one that was pink. And he said, I said, I'm good, man. I just bought one. He said, man, that's our problem. We never support our own businesses. Dude, so I'm supposed to give you $10 to support you. I mean, what? Come on, man. You can't just say, man, I got a black-owned business, buy my stuff. You got to be in the right situation.
Think about when you're a consumer should always have quality in mind when they're making a purchase.
Absolutely.
Just because something is black owned, black made, don't mean that they'll put a lot of pride into quality.
Right.
And I'll give you a case in point. This dude wasn't a black owned business, but I made a purchase recently on eBay where I
Mm-hmm.
bought this iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it from this guy. Long story short, man, I won the auction, bought the phone. This man charged me like $27 for shipping and handling. Now, mind you, if you spending that much money on postage, that either one or two things gotta happen. That thing should be almost big as my MPC to ship,
Right.
or
Or
you know what I'm saying? It better be an express package.
coming from
They,
Morocco
they, they
somewhere.
wouldn't either. So, so I had some issues with it, so I sent it back or whatever. I'm almost certain this was a black dude. I ain't trying to throw aspersions, but I'm almost certain it was.
Right.
Fast forward to last, what's the day? Day Sunday. Fast forward to last Wednesday. I still need another phone, so I bought this phone from a cat off eBay out of Georgia, pawn shop owner. I got that phone like that. I ordered the phone probably Wednesday, got it Friday. Free shipping, this, that, and the third.
Uh,
A lot of things. A lot of times, I think us as people of color, we have to understand that when you're a business owner, you got to you building bridges.
right.
You know, you
Absolutely.
building bridges. You know, you ain't building a makeshift bridge just to get over it and then pull the plank and throw it in the water. No, you got to build bridges so people will come back and deal with you. Because you might have
Yes.
something else down the road that I might want. It might want to to buy from you. But if we don't have that connection, that bridge, hey, what make you think I want to do business with you? And you ain't putting your best foot forward. You know.
Value of a
And
lifetime
that,
customer,
and
man.
that go for white businesses, Indian businesses as well. If your product,
Right.
if your product ain't up to par, I ain't copping it straight up and down.
Right.
That's
But
true.
for us though, I'm just saying like we gotta build those bridges. And a lot of times, I would hear people say, "Well, man, they charging too much." I'm like, well, you gotta understand, they're not a corporation. They're more like mom and pop, small business. So their overhead is way greater than somebody who's a franchise. So you have to keep that in mind too. But don't try to bust my head, financially to get a gain when you want me to come back. You know,
Right. They said if you busting them one time, good time. Oh, I got an extra $20 from them. Well, you ain't
right,
going. I'm not coming back.
Like, it's a tricky situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like, if the business ain't up to par, you gonna go with a business. You ain't got nothing to do with black or white. You wanna help your black people, but you know what I mean? Like,
right,
your product is up right now. Your business is fucked up right. Your customer service ain't right now.
man.
It's like, it's like it's tricky, man. It's tricky.
But I think if with anything, it's just like why body you make beats. I'm not sure if Rasan make beats or DJ or MC or whatever. Um, yeah. So it's like okay, if I'm selling beats. I want to make sure that if you're copying a beat from me, I'm gonna go through hell and high water to make sure that what I'm presenting to you is of standard. That way, when it comes around to the next project, you're right at my doorstep. Hey man, look, I need that heat from you. I know you synonymous with giving me good stuff. So let's go through these files and let's work. So
Right.
okay, cause I'm a black business. Whether I'm for the lack of a better term, but I want to make sure that I'm able to stand behind my product. I
Absolutely.
want to be able to make sure I stand behind, you know, the snare, the kick, the drum, the melody. I want to be able to stand behind all of that.
Right.
So when the masses hear it, like, yo, okay, I want this cat got anything else. That's how you build that bridge,
Right.
you know. So if you
Right.
lackluster, people will deal with you for the moment. Then you like, nah, I heard him on that last joint. Uh, and you might have some good stuff out there, but you ain't put your best foot forward initially. So it's
I,
gonna have a weighing effect on you in the long run.
I always want to when I purchase something, I always want to leave the situation like I got a deal. Like
Right.
not that I got robbed. If I do that, I'm not gonna come look for you.
Right.
Quality, man, is everything to me, man. And sometimes you
Customer
gotta
service.
That
That's
too, and that's part of the quality though. That's that's
right.
that's lumped in there. How many times have you been to a McDonald's and just feel like, man, you want to slap the person behind the register,
Plenty
or
of time.
you go to Chick-fil-A and you feel like, man, I'm coming back. As soon as I get to eating this sandwich, I'm coming back for another one.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all. I haven't eaten McDonald's in mad years. I'm just saying though, the customer service when I'm in certain McDonald's, or if in the past when I've been to McDonald's and when I went to Chick-fil-A, even them people at Chick-fil-A hate their job. They don't sell it to you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They don't.
you get the black girls with attitudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody got time for that shit, man.
No doubt.
Go and get your burger, and you get it quick, and it's hot. The
Right.
fries is hot, and the drink's not watered down. And you want to
You
get everything right the first time.
you good. Right. You want to get everything right the first time. I couldn't have said it any better than that.
Right.
Yes, sir. How you treat somebody like that's a lot. Like somebody like I don't like the way he treated me, so I ain't really gonna deal with him. I don't like the way he was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? I know for me, somebody talking out their mouth crazy to me, I'm not fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you at all. I'm not recommending you. I'm not. We're done here. We done. You gotta come to me in a certain manner, man.
Right.
You know? That and even if you say your product is not that nice, but your customer service was over the top, I might fuck with you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, give them another shot. You know, because it could have been, you know, something that happened that was beyond their control. But you know what? The customer service is there. You know what? I kind of felt like I was comfortable. You know, I could trust you. But you know, things happen. We're all humans. We make mistakes sometimes. But, yo, McDonald's, Burger King especially. I don't know. I got a Burger King down the street from my house. Every time I go there, and I still go there, I'm stubborn. It's right down the street. The convenience. Every time I leave, every other time I've got something missing. I'm missing a straw, missing the damn napkins, got the wrong drink, and I never check it until I get down the street. I went back the other night. I raised hell. They'd end up giving me a free meal and stuff. But I mean, all right.
Just do it right the first time, and I, you know, you won't have no issues.
People cursing, and you know, you hear him cursing and talking to him, you know, like, man, where's your man?
You running the business lane. That's what pisses me off. Like niggas, a lot of niggas. I ain't saying all niggas. Niggas don't know how to act accordingly, man. That's why. That's why a lot of shit is fucked up, man. Niggas don't know how to act, man.
All right. I do. I agree.
But you know, it all goes back to what you've been taught. You know, the way you conduct yourself is how, you know, in a manner is how you've been taught, and it's just because you've been taught an ill kind of way don't mean you got to actually go forth in the world like that. You might grow up around a whole bunch of dope things and prostitutes. That don't mean you got to go out there and, you know, keep the family business going. You know, you can straight, because if you got a concept of right and wrong, you know how to conduct yourself out there in the world because you've been taught. You know, and even if you haven't been taught, you've been taught actually because you've been taught that, hey, you know what, I don't want to end up like this. So I'm gonna do a 180 and kind of shift this whole situation in another light or whatever.
Right. Yep. I agree with that. And actually, that was what I was gonna touch on next. You know, we know we're oppressed people, and you know we're here right now on Google Hangout talking about anything we want to talk about. Hey, what's going on, CX?
What's up?
Not much, brother. Where we're going in, man. We talking about first of all, we talking about the NFL concussion situation. Then we went over to the youth and just how, you know, people, how we're hardwired, and then we just elaborate. Hey, you just came in time. I want to talk about, you know, how do we're oppressed? How do we navigate? How do we keep our heads up, and how do we, you know, stay strong, you know, being oppressed most of the time with the government fucking us over all the time. And I'm not just saying just our people. You know, what do we got to do as a people to make, you know,
knowing yourself, and you know, just knowing yourself, man, knowing yourself, loving yourself. That's paramount. That's paramount to anything you do in life, man. If you love yourself, be proud of who you are. Don't try to be nobody else. I think a lot of it is like, you know, like I'm saying, it's a love of self, man. You got to have that inner love. The inner love will take you so far in so many different directions, man. That and then it'll always come back to you loving who you are. Because I love me. You know, nobody can love me like me, bro. Trust me. So, but you know, I don't live my life trying to, you know, if somebody's not comfortable with me, that's their problem. That's their issue.
Right.
I'm gonna be who I am. I'm not gonna put on this facade that I'm somebody who I'm not. You know, I'm gonna be genuine. I work around a lot of you know, white people or whatever, but I don't downplay the fact that I love hip hop music, or that I like certain things that are equated to my culture, because you're not being authentic to yourself, and you casting out a false image of yourself when you do that. It's a lot of us are afraid to love ourselves because we've been taught how to hate ourselves so long that psychologically that it has done a number on us, and we're passing it on generational wise. You know, I had a girl tell me that, you know, natural hair ain't for everybody, and I'm like, Well, yeah, it is because it's yours. You know, God blessed you with it. But especially with our women, they've been engineered, you know, and brainwashed to the point where they feel like
that's a whole subject right there. They trying that perm and that he's trying to straighten your head like them. Like you don't see you trying to be like you don't see that. Our hair is not naturally straight, so why are you trying to get it that way?
and you might have some people, you know, in our race who might have that wavy stuff, and you know, they ain't nothing but a wave ain't nothing but a smooth out nap. But yeah, it's it's a waved out nap. But you know, it's about and like I said, it goes from the beginning. It goes into teaching. If you teach, you know, your child that they never has, it's a blessing. You ain't intend to do this with this because that's not what we're supposed to do. But you know, you see so many people that they can't see no other way because that's all they've been taught. Yeah. And that go from hair, that go from religion, that go for all that.
Right.
But if you get to understand where you know yourself, man, and you know self, everything else will fall in place. I feel.
I know that Bible could be a big topic. I won't go on that.
Talk about it, man. Talk about it. Come on.
That's not our word. That's their word. They came up with it, which actually they stole that from the Egyptians. That goes deeper. But their teachings aren't. That's not for us. That's like those. Like even those images they portray, the white Jesus, the white whoever, the how you believe in something but none of them people look like you. You can't relate to none of them people. But yeah, you are in believing he's your Lord and Savior. He looks nothing. He looks like they're portraying the image, their image that he looks nothing like you. So why are you so accepting of that religion? And you don't ask questions. Why is he white? Why? Where's my God? Where's my Jesus? Where's the people that look like me in here?
All right.
That come from where I come from.
Systematic.
You know? The people we so gullible. We so gullible. I don't know what it is. We so you know what I'm saying? People, they done did everything to anything you can think of. We still accept them. We still look up to them. We still try to be like them. Like that's just crazy to me. That's just the way of thinking.
You know, the mind is probably more delicate than any part of your body, you know, that ever constructed. Your mind is probably the most, you know, touchable thing that can't be touched. Because although you can't physically put your hand on your brain, on your mind, it's so easy to get through propaganda, through brainwashing, through, you know, certain techniques that mind tricks.
That's subconscious. Even with the TV you watch, that shit goes in the subconscious. You may not even know it's there. That shit is there. That shit can come out at any point in time.
Think about it like this. You know, how many times have you fell asleep? Well, I know me. A lot of times, if I fall asleep with the television on, I can be dreaming, but my dream is embedded with whatever's going on in, with the television. You be like, damn, how's all this fitting into this dream? You know, you're like, what the fuck? So you know, so it's and like you said, it's like it's really doing a number on you. You know, it's messages. There are messages in everything. You know, if you put your third eye to work, you'll see a lot of trick knowledge. You know, I point out stuff on television every day just from watching. Like, you know, okay, I see what they did there, and like cartoons. You know, everybody love cartoons, but now that I'm older, I see cartoons totally different than I used to see them when I was, when I was young or whatever. So, you know, I'm like, damn, I used to love Bugs Bunny, but he being racist as hell right here, or you know what I'm saying?
See, the Lion King.
cartoons with the mammy in it. Like, I didn't really know. I wasn't paying attention to that shit back in the day.
We didn't know. You know, we didn't know.
I mean, you look at it like this. Ain't nobody paying attention to the damn Dukes of Hazzard.
I was about to say, hey, yes, I did. Hey, but you know what? Back then, oh man, you couldn't stop me from watching it. But when I got older, I started to realize what that flag was.
Right.
My pops called it the boxcar and stars. And like my father, he grew up in Mississippi, so you know the racism was real down there where he was from. And so, you know, I used to always wonder why he was so downtrodden on me on watching it. And when I got older, I started, you know, do the knowledge or whatever, and like, you know what? Like if I see it on right now, I would pass right by it.
Excuse me
I
for 1
grew up
minute.
on
I
it.
got an emergency. Excuse me for 1 minute, guys.
Do
So
your
go ahead, keep
thing.
talking.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's like the Tarzan too. This nigga claimed he king of the jungle in Africa. Come on, man. Come on.
Man,
Yeah, I'll say this, man. You got to realize, like they say, he who controls the land controls the religion. He controls everything. So,
True.
you know, that's the whole thing. Like they control so much. And you know how even what they're saying, this thing about immigrants coming here, we don't want these immigrants, this, that.
I think you're breaking up, CX.
Man, he done broke up.
Yeah, he broke up.
They need to assimilate. See, this is the problem. Now?
Yeah, you had a break now. We hear you though.
Yeah, you know, the whole thing is assimilation. They want everybody
Yeah, that shit keep.
don't look like them to assimilate.
And we're back.
He kind of breaking up. Can't really hear too much.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
Hey, you're good, body.
All right. What was your?
That don't look like this.
Right.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you real good. No,
Yeah, what I was saying is, the funny thing is, you know, they always want somebody to assimilate them, but they want to pick and take everything from people that don't look like them.
Yeah, that's what we say. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? You want to take the skin color, you want to take the nose, you want to take the lips, you want to take the ass, you want to take all this stuff. You want to take the music, the slang, but you also want to make sure that you degrade them for everything they do that's that's not that they don't assimilate to be like them.
That's that trick knowledge, man. That's the same way 50 Cent got on.
Speak on that one. Speak on that, Hurts.
Hey, 50, like, you know, man, all that singing shit. Hey, man, that shit for the birds. But then he deboed the style, and man, he made a fortune off of it, man.
Damn sure did.
You're right.
I like 50.
He killed. You right.
He said, what he saying there? Sing like the Cookie Monster, sings for hoes.
Singing for hoes and rap like the Cookie Monster.
Yep. That was he definitely did. I ain't never, not to jump off the subject, I have never seen somebody. Did he ruin his career? Or did the game ruin his career?
I ain't. Who 50 ruined his own career?
I'm talking about Ja Rule, because you know at one point in time, you know, Murder Inc. was where it was at, man. You know, they couldn't do no wrong.
Right.
I think y'all was fast. I can't really speak on that. I ain't never really do that.
You know what? From my windowsill, I think him responding to 50 did it.
Yeah.
As long as he didn't respond to him, he was good.
Yeah, because he got caught up. He got caught up in it. He could have just kept riding the wave he was on. As soon as he, you know, because 50 is an agitator, man. His whole thing is vindictiveness. You know what I'm saying? And he's good at that. He's like, okay, all right, man. So you want to come through in that 550? Okay. When I come back, I'm coming through in the Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? So everything he do, he got to take it to 100 power. You know what I'm saying? Look at Rick Ross. He went and got his baby mother and made sex tapes with her. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, man. Yeah, he tried to ruin Rick Ross, but he really didn't do too much to him, though.
If it would have been back when in the Get Rich or Die Trying, he probably would have put a dent on him.
That Get Rich or Die Trying, he was on his shit.
Yeah, he was. You know, at that point, 50 ain't putting no quality music out anymore. Or it's as far as, I mean, everyone said the Elephant in the Room was all right. You know, I mean, I enjoyed it, but
it was all right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what happened though? What happened was, you know, at the time they was going at it, like Rick Ross had all them trap dudes behind him. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
He had all them trap. And, you know, in that trap lane, man, they don't care nothing about, you know, what happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne was kissing another man. You know what I'm saying? Young Thug talking gay as hell. You know what I'm saying? But that don't stop them dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This nigga got little girls' dresses on. They got pisses in this shit. Niggas still rock with this nigga, man. I'm like, yo, I'm not rocking with wearing girl clothes, man.
Nah, it ain't no it ain't nothing you can say to me that's gonna make me say, yeah, I understand that. I see why you're doing that. Well, I get it.
The youth are more accepting of these weirdos, these strange niggas, these weirdos, man. There's a whole bunch of weirdos around now, man.
I tell you like this, man. I ain't got no problem with no gay people. I ain't got no problem with my sexuality. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit don't faze me at all. I'm a grown ass man. I you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when I see them dudes doing that, I'm wondering, like, man, what type of signals is y'all trying to send out, man? I'm saying to myself, man, because, you know, we grew up always wanting to be masculine, more masculine than we could be at times. It's like these dudes, man, it's like their style is to pull all the masculinity out of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be masculine at all. If you be masculine, nobody's gonna like you.
Man.
You ain't never, Tom. I was watching Tommy Sotomayor for a minute. I watched a couple. I started watching
crazy,
it.
Man.
He was saying that they're taking the masculinity and starting to leave, and I agree with him. Starting to leave the mainstream, man. They're trying to pull it out. Like
that's what they doing. That's exactly what they doing. That's on the agenda.
Right. You know, now they got, on Father's Day they got saying Happy Father's Day to the mothers and stuff. They got a day now or something. Like, what the fuck is that about? What?
Man, I don't know, man. It is more accepting. Like, even with the homosexual, it's more accepting. Like I said, they accepting it. They have friends, the gay friends, and I couldn't have no gay friend coming up. I didn't want no gay friend. I don't want.
What is your take?
I came up with like my man said, in a more masculine way. Like they feminize everything now. The clothing, the tight pants. Like, come on.
Yeah. See, my whole thing is this, man. For me to say I don't like gay people, would it be to say I don't like my cousins? I don't like some of my uncles. You know what I'm saying? I love them dudes.
Right.
Regardless, they're gay or not.
Been breaking up. I ain't hear.
Broke up, see.
You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is like.
Broke up, CX. We lost. Losing your CX. No, I can't hear him at all now.
Yeah, hold on right
there.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's crazy though, man. Like, all that stuff is crazy because it's like before long, it's gonna be a world that's gonna no procreation is gonna be going on.
Right.
It's gonna be like, you know, and I think the more you demonize fathers, whether they black, white, Asian, but we all know who they demonize the most.
Right.
Um,
Without being said.
right, yeah, I mean, what's understood, they got to be explained.
Right.
Uh, I think by pushing that agenda across, man, it's like it's like population control. Actually,
Hmm.
when you look at it and break it down to the bare minimum, it's population control. What we can't incarcerate all of them, so let's do one better.
Right.
Let's go ahead and push this agenda. In this cycle, and it's so much that's wrapped into it, man.
Right.
And you have to know, and you have to be open minded enough to see what's going on, and
Right.
not only just see it, but address it when you see it. Like, oh, that's what that is. Don't do that. Like I had to explain to my son that.
What you say?
I mean, I agree because can y'all hear me?
You're
Breaking up a little bit.
breaking up. Yeah.
But I used to have to explain to my son about sagging and stuff, man, and like
Yeah.
I was trying to bless him with the oranges of that, and like,
Right.
but these young men have gotten to a point where you can tell them what something originated from and what it stands for, but in their mind they rationalize it just so they can still do it and be a part of what's quote unquote trendy. When I said if a dude out that's let's say a cat come from being locked up and he see you out here like this, and he know it where he just came from, that's what that means, and he
Right.
run up on you and he get him 2 scoops full. What you gonna do? You gonna fight this man? Because guess what? He gonna be ready to kill you
Right.
because you throwing him signals, and you
Don't
perpetrating the
even know
fraud.
it. Don't even know.
And you perpetrating the fraud. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you got to be careful. Like that's cool. That's somebody along the line made that fashionable and cool,
Yeah.
right? But you don't even know the seriousness of what that is.
Right.
But then when you educate some of them about it, it's like the one ear out the other. So
Right.
it's like a full-time job trying to educate people.
It's crazy. When I was that age, a lot of stuff. I knew what was serious and what wasn't serious. I kind of listened, man. I was real intrigued to know. I always had, got the older cat in the neighborhood. You hang out with me, but just shut your mouth. Do what
Right.
you do. That's what I did. So I got a good lesson, man, in life, man. Just about stuff around, that's in my world.
Right.
I can see where a youth would not, one ear and out the other, because at one point, a lot of times you can't tell them nothing because they know every damn thing.
Know everything. Right.
I was always told, if you know every damn thing, then you can't learn no more. If you
Can't learn
walk
nothing,
around
man.
like, exactly.
Yeah.
So I always want to learn more. I still try to learn shit now every day. I try to learn something new every day, man.
You're gonna be learning to the day you die, man.
Yeah, I'm right. That's why somebody says, man,
The day you start learning is the day you start growing.
damn right. I always want to grow. I want to grow until I'm not able to grow anymore. Until I'm till I'm done.
Until you maxed out. Till you maxed out.
A lot of people get stuck in the times too, man, with not wanting to learn anymore.
Growing. That's why we here. We grow. We here to get better. We're here to grow, man. That's what this shit is all about, man.
Right.
No doubt.
Yeah. It's just.
Man, I'm gonna give y'all something serious, man. Something real serious. For real. When I was a teenager, I was in the streets hustling and everything, man. And you know what I'm saying? I was doing my thing. I did some things, shot some people. You know what I'm saying? Went away for a while. You know what I'm saying? When I went away, this was the crazy part. I mean, this all ties into life and the music stuff. I went away for a while and came back and picked up and was even better with the music than I was when I left.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And because I took an 11-year break.
That's a stretch.
I took an 11-year break.
That's a stretch.
I took an 11-year break, man. And you know what I'm saying? And when I was in there, you know what I'm saying, I got with some serious brothers. You know what I'm saying? I was Muslim at one time as well. You know what I'm saying? Parts of my family are Muslim. You know what I'm saying? That's where all that comes from. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the thing that I never forget what this old head said to me when this dude was locked up for 35 years. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking to me. He was like, youngin, he said, look at these dudes. He said, they don't make dudes like they used to. And I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? But as I started getting a little older and started thinking about it, and when I came home and I seen all this crazy shit, I said, man, yeah, I know what the fuck he's talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't make dudes like they used to. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, man, because these youngins, man, it's like they're supposed to be the smartest generation.
Right.
With all this technology.
Damn
but
right.
They are the dumbest ones of all. And there's another thing. One time it used to be a little regional. You know how everybody was different. Regional. The internet made that shit smaller. Everybody, all them youngins the same. I don't care where you go at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're right. There used to be a big distinction of you knew a Southern cat when you saw him, or if a cat was from New York or a cat was from Jersey or Philly or whatever, he was down south. You knew that cat was even beyond his vernacular. You know, you knew just his look. You knew, oh, he ain't from around here. Right. Like now, you know, it's it's a blended community, so to speak. You know, everybody had the same look. You know, and even musically, everybody sound the same. You know, I'm a Southern cat, so you know I can tell you firsthand that when I hear a New Yorker who does music sound like they from around my way, I'm shell shocked when I hear that, because you know I never thought I would hear anybody sound like 3 6 Mafia coming out of the Bronx or coming out of Harlem, you know, and, you know, and that's why it's so shocking for people to, you know, to hear a Little Brother or to hear, you know, anybody like that. It's a shock because you know it's almost like you know. At one time, New York was, New York is we all understand that New York is the mecca of hip hop or whatever. But you got areas in this country, matter of fact, in this world, who take it more seriously about, when it comes to the core essence of everything that it entails, that the people who live in the Mecca do.
Right.
That's true. That is true. That is true. And it's crazy because like a lot of cats that met me, they be like, man, you from New York? I'm like, man. They be thinking I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's not that far from me. You know what I'm saying? But
exactly.
I've been in New York over 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? On music and on some other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, like, just like I forgot who it was, man. It was a rapper who said that, man. Old head rapper, man. He said that shit, man. He was like, that shit is ridiculous, man. He said, man, all you dudes, man, try to sound like y'all from the South. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, like, it's a contradiction because y'all used to talk bad about the South. You know what I'm saying? As far as vernacular and all that shit. But now you want to be them.
Right, right.
That's crazy, man.
I'm gonna tell you something crazier than that though. I was sitting back watching American Gangster when they used to come on, not the movie but the television show. And the one distinction that I peeped out while I was watching that was most of your most known hustlers and gangsters that come from the South. Bumpy Johnson, Fat Cat. But you know what I'm saying?
But Hurts, you gotta realize something though, Hurts. When they were talking about those older cats like that,
right?
a lot of them older cats migrated from down there up to here.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That was
Everybody, motherfuckers from Jersey, New York, or whatever, got family from the South. That's where my peoples come from.
Right.
Exactly. Everybody who lives like Harlem, it's the reason why they call Harlem. You had the Cotton Club in Harlem because you got cotton pickers. The cotton pickers are from Mississippi and Alabama.
yeah.
So there's a lot of Southern roots. It's like I was talking to somebody, probably I don't know if it was Tashir or somebody, but we was talking about how similar, like there's a certain lineage between Detroit and Memphis.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a certain lineage, a sister city type of thing because we had the same dynamic, and plus you got thick women, everywhere. You got Southern sensibilities in every major city, from east to west coast.
Well, there's a lot in the South, though.
Right. Indeed. But like you look at somebody like Snoop. Snoop people come from Mississippi, and you can hear this Snoop. You can hear this Snoop's vernacular when he talk. That's a Southern. He had a Southern drawl. You don't make Southern drawl.
Oh yeah. Because most of the LA, most people in California definitely come from the South, from the way they're vernacular.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell. You know what I'm saying?
They migrated back in the '60s, man, when that civil rights shit was going on heavy, man.
Right.
Because it was a free, what do you call it? Free moving society, something like that, where it wasn't about race most of the time. It was just people there, got the hippies and
then the opportunity the new opportunities that became available and open too out that way up north, especially most of my people in the 50s and 60s, they moved to Rochester, New York, and very big industrial places, like New York, and then a few of my aunts moved to Detroit and started working for GM and Ford or what have you.
Right.
And so
you're saying that.
Yeah, so the thing about that is that when you have that opportunity arise, you got people who are pretty much, like you said, stuck in the time warp sometimes, and they want to stay kind of grounded where they are, and that's cool if that's what you want. But certain people have a certain outlook for their life, especially for the quality of life that they want to attain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's how you have people who like my man said, like Rasan said, that live in Jersey, but they from little small towns in Mississippi and Alabama and South Carolina, North Carolina, or whatever. And if you throw a rock in New York, especially in any black neighborhood, you'll hit somebody who got Southern lineage. So
my mom's from Tennessee. She moved to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And my pop's a Jersey nigga. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. The Southern people, they wanted to migrate up north to see what that life's about, because it's rough in the South. It was rough in the South.
Right.
So they trying to get out of that shit, man.
No doubt.
But then when you go up north, man, you got the Italians, you got where I'm from, you got the Jews, you got the Italians, you got the Irish people, and they're tribal, and they're racist as can be, some of them too. So I mean,
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something I learned too. Italy is one of the most racist places, man.
Oh yeah. My father went there back when he was in the service, and he said as soon as he got off the plane, it's like go back where you came from, nigger.
Yeah.
Like,
but you got some Italians. You got some Italians, man, who are darker than you, wide body.
Damn right, because
Sicilians.
That's some Sicilians.
Yeah.
they've been conquered by every damn country over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell you that.
Hannibal conquered fucking Sicily and made all them motherfuckers black.
Right. Right. You never lie about that. It's it's like I was saying before, man. It's tribal, man. It's tribal. One tribe wants to think they're better than the next tribe.
With that, and that's human nature, and you really can't fuck. That's why I say they masterminded this shit. I give them credit where credit is fucking due. They masterminded this shit. They control the people, a population, man. They mastered that shit. They're the best at that shit.
Yo.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did. And
Hey.
but the crazy thing about it is
Where you're lighting it, man.
huh?
Where you're lighting it. You like you're in the dark.
Hey, man.
Got some candles burning in the back. You chilling.
Man, I'm
Hey,
driving,
man.
man.
I'm on my CX to producer tonight, man. I am exhausted, man. I had just worked a full, 4 days straight.
What's
Hey,
going on, man? Man, you done throw a candle or something in there, Tashir.
Dog, I'm chilling.
What's up, Tashir?
What up, though? What up, everybody? I came through for a little bit because I said I was gonna do my best to come through after I finished working. I just said
Shit got a white beater with it, man. Nothing but spaghetti stains on it, man.
dude, I am exhausted. I can't even turn on my lights right now. It would burn my eyes, dude. That's how tired I am. But I wanted to come through and hang for just a little bit, so I'll be here for a minute.
What's going on?
But I'm in here. Shout out to everybody that's here right now.
What's good?
It's good.
We're talking about a whole host of things. I was Hurst before was saying, you know, there was what I got from it is a big master plan, man. Things going on in this country as far as, you know, like taking the masculinity out of every damn thing. And it was, you know, it's you can't object to that. You can't. It just seems like that, you know. And as CX was saying with the skinny jeans and all that stuff. I mean, you know, when I was coming up, it's all about how masculine you could be. You're a man. Some things you don't do as a man. You don't kiss another man. That's the first thing.
You don't kiss another man if you're heterosexual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm old school. I don't even fucking wear pink, man. I support breast cancer and all that, but I ain't gotta wear pink.
See, man, look, I'm gonna say it like this, right? With me, I'm gonna say it again, like my masculinity cannot be questioned. You feel what I'm saying? And because I've been around some crazy dudes in my life, man. Some dudes that may look kind of what some people may call suspect, but they was killers. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So, somewhat the look of a person does not determine the person.
True.
You know what I'm saying? True. I've seen people that look like a little kid, a little suspect, timid little kid, but if you look at his rap sheet, man, he got like 10 bodies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there are feminine men out there that's not necessarily that, like, don't go that route. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. It is some dudes out there that have that what we would consider like suspect feminine ways, but straight as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, them to be the same ones, you know, got so much, you know, I want to say it. I mean, how can I say it? Them be the one probably get more butt than you get. I met those too.
A woman loves a feminine man. What? That's why they be fucking with the faggot so much, man. Excuse me, homosexual.
This guy.
Right, you know, I got a guy to do hair, man. I thought he was suspect for a while, man. He's like, my man, I don't want to put his name out there, but like, my man, I said he get more ass than you. You know?
Oh, I thought the same too. I was down in West Palm Beach one summer, man, visiting my old man, and he took me to this barber shop, and my dad pretty much knows everybody, man, within his little area, so he takes me in the barber shop for this dude to chop me up, man. I said, man, he said, I'll be with y'all guys in a second. So I'm watching him, man. This dude in here, he in the shop, he co-owned with his sister. He in there doing. He using the Marcella curlers, man. He using the spritz on old girl hair. He wrapping it tight and like, yeah. I said, man, this dude finna cut my hair. He's like, yeah. He said, man, why? I was like, man. I said, dude, he here doing hair. He said, man, trust me. He said, I'm gonna tell you something when we leave out of here. I said, all right. So dude chops me up, man. We in there talking about sports and stuff. Like, you know, he talk a good game. And my dad said, man, you know what? He said, that dude right there, biggest player around here. I said, what? He like, yeah. He said, that's, you know, doing hair is just his hustle. You know, that's how he make his bread. And I was like, okay then. Because, you know, he didn't come off as feminine to me, but it was just the fact that I always associated, you know, when you dealing with women's hair, I'm used to a woman doing a woman hair.
Right.
I flipped out the first time I saw a chick as a barber. Like, I ain't letting her cut my hair.
Right.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. I'll step in on this particular part. I went to when I was still going to a barber. I actually went to this one shop where the guy at the time was all wrapped up, but there was this chick. She was just over there sitting, and she didn't have any clients or whatnot. And I had to get to work. I used to go in and get clipped up before I went to work.
Right.
So after sitting there for like about 20, 30 minutes or whatever, I was like, "Yo, can I mess around with her?" He was like, "Hell yeah, go ahead." No, that was like one of the best haircuts I ever had.
You should. Hey, you know what though? And the first time. Okay, when I was a kid, I had a traumatizing experience with women cutting hair when I was a kid. I was first grade, and my aunt had got some clippers from my uncle, man. So she was calling herself cutting hair because she was being cheap, and she didn't want to pay for a barber for her son or whatever. So I needed a cut, and my mom was cheap, was super cheap as well. It's like, well, go ahead and cut his hair for me, all over even, and I just give you X amount of dollars. So cool. So she started cutting my hair. Now my little cousin was about 2 in diapers, and so she laid the clippers down for a second so she could answer the phone, and he took the guards off, and man, she knifed me. Yo. I'm talking about she knifed me. So like when we get together for family gatherings and stuff, that's always the outline joke, you know what I'm saying? So man,
in here, do you?
no. So she said, "You want me to cut your hair for you?" I'm like, ha, very funny. But but I have seen some chicks that have done some masterful jobs with those clippers. I'm talking about, because for some reason, I don't know. Women have a kind of like when they doing hair, especially when a woman is a beautician, they have a fine eye for style and detail.
Mm-hmm.
Light hands too, not heavy handed.
Well,
Right,
think about it though. In that particular situation, if they are attracted to men, they know how they want men to look.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yes. Right.
That's true. And you know what they say about a barber? They say a barber holds a lot of power.
Oh
over
yeah.
If you get any broads next week,
Yeah.
they're gonna pass you by.
Right.
Yeah.
And hey, and CX keep a fresh line. He keep a fresh line.
The laser joint.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, man. That the barbering and beauty salons that run in my family. Like
Okay.
a lot of my cousins and my fathers, my uncles, all of them know how to cut hair except me.
Oh, hey, trust me. If you anything like you are on the machines, I'm pretty sure you give some clippers and no manual, just a couple of heads. By that third head, you'll be certified.
Get a man some Andes.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you know what I was thinking about when Hertz was telling the story on that on barbershop when the mayor sat in that chair.
Wow.
Hey, he nicked him. He jumped up.
Put a sunroof in that joint.
Hey, he had no control, dog.
No control, man. But dude was bald anyway, man. That used to be the cat on the cop on the wire.
Yeah. Hey, CX, you from Philly or Baltimore?
I'm from the DC area.
Okay.
DMV.
Yeah. I always DMV. I was watching. I used to watch the Dollar Bin joints with Gadget, man, and I didn't realize how much talent y'all had in that area, man. It's just
sickening.
Wow, bro.
It's insane. The DMV is insane for talent.
I thought Detroit was like bad per capita talent wise, man. Whew, DMV. I was like, man.
Detroit got a lot of hidden talent though, man. That like a lot of people don't know about. You know what I'm saying? That been out there.
We got one on the panel right now.
Oh yeah.
Hey man.
Hey.
Detroit City.
Man, look, Detroit, Michigan.
But we supposed Gadget's supposed to do another Dollar Bin joint the 16th. I'm supposed to do that one.
That's what I was gonna ask you, man. I was
we got to get this footage, man, because I haven't seen any footage from these joints, but I definitely got to see CX's.
I've been waiting, man. Go ahead.
I was there at the last one when Kev was there.
Well, no, your boy Logic Bomb car got towed.
Yeah.
Who get him wrong?
Hilarious.
Man, that's insane.
It was
Yeah,
crazy. It was
You know,
crazy because
and dude was always a sympathetic figure to me, man. But when I saw that, I was like, man, you know what? This dude is kind of like he like man. I can't even explain it, man. It's just
Well,
crazy.
but see,
I'll tell you something,
the thing
man.
that was so bad about it was Gadget.
Oh man, Gadget always man. He the
Yo, he
worst, man.
just super clowned him, dog. He's
Yeah, he'll
laughing
try.
and loud about it. I'm like, are you serious?
He'll try
Oh,
because the crazy thing was, what happened was, Gadget hit me. They was on Periscope. So I'm like, man, where the hell y'all at? Like we had the I was in, I don't know, you guys are not familiar with, but I was in Rockville at the time. I was working.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, where y'all at? He was like, we in Silver Spring. I said, man, shit, I'm on my way. I left work, just left.
Mm-hmm.
Came down that joint,
I'm out.
so I came down there, I parked all the way down the street in a place I know that I ain't gonna get jammed up. Man, I see Logic on the phone. He ain't really say nothing. He was just on the phone. So that's when I was in there. Then he came back in there like, man, they towed my car. And I got my MPC 5000 in there too. I said, oh, somebody gonna be making some beats.
Man.
I mean, what can you do? I seen, Kev was like, all right. I mean, what, gotta get to do a job.
yeah,
No, that's-
Kev, and Kev's always super laid back with it, so it's like,
But
Yeah,
Gadget
that's
is
how
over there
Kev
losing
is, man.
his
Kev,
mind.
Kev be laid back, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for him to be who people say he is, he don't act like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Very humble dude,
He don't
man.
act like that at all. If I need to call him about something, he'll answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? He'll do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? With no problem.
Wow.
man, I'm gonna tell you, I bought the Jazzy Jeff's the Return of the Magnificent. I think that album was.
That's my joint.
Joint.
And man, I'm gonna tell you something. It didn't, Kev is in the inside of the cover or whatever on the CD or whatever. But when I was listening to this joint, and although I read the credits, it's not dawning on me that this ain't Jazzy Jeff. I'm just digging what I'm hearing. The Eric Roberson Rock With You joint, on repeat. The Sean Stockman joint on repeat. So that whole album I played through it, not knowing until after the fact. When I'm listening to more, I'm getting more in tune with Kev stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. This was the whole blueprint for the damn Return of the Magnificent. I said, so wait a minute, let me go back and revisit these credits or whatever. So everything that I went back and peeked or whatever, with the exception of a few songs I think on there, that's all Kev.
Listen, if I could get CX's chopping ability, the way Kev plays the bass, boy, I'd be good shape, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Straight up, bro. And I was gonna say.
CX chops with surgical gloves on, although he just dealing with an NPC.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna elaborate on
that. So what's going on, CMA? While we're waiting, to shit. What's going on, baby? 4 days straight. What's happening?
Well, I was banging out. I was finishing up the new challenge, the song and the video. So I finished the audio. I finished the video.
Tina Marie, huh?
Man, I enjoyed it. I had fun.
Man, you ain't tell me that you own the not NPC. You ain't that you own a Machine Studio. I thought you just had the.
Nah.
Never mind, man. You know what?
I
learned a lot. I learned a lot of stuff watching this video, and man, Lou, I didn't know that NetMaker had so much stuff. My God, I was like, I'm looking at his IG post from earlier. I'm like,
yeah,
dude, man, I'm gonna start getting on your case every day, cause
he
man,
has all of that Emu stuff, all that discontinued Emu stuff, all the Planet Fad and Planet X and all that kind of stuff.
Man, I thought I was looking at an episode of Star Trek, man. I was like, this dude this dude set up in some kind of time capsule or something, man.
Man, yeah. And as far as me, I've had my studio since it first came out, dude.
Man, you know what? I stopped feeling bad about something I own. After seeing a NetMaker, I don't feel bad no more.
That dude got the mothership.
You got a new Rashawn's gonna be joining CMA pretty soon too.
Oh,
tell him a little bit about it.
Yeah, we just got another dude. He just joined right before I came on here. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Rashawn doing the beats, man.
Man,
He's stuck.
more people to come through and push me out. So I
Whatever.
I appreciate that.
One thing I admire about
What y'all was saying about Netmaker?
Man, Netmaker got that dude's sitting on a lot of equipment over there, man.
Another Overlord?
Not more. No, Overlord or Hill probably. I'll rank him third. out of those three, I rank him third. Oh no, I rank him four because CX got a lot of stuff over there too.
No, man, no, not like them dudes, man.
CX
Man,
Overlord
Overlord spend more time doing comic book conventions than anything else.
Man, Overlord said he had the B thing, man. I was like, man, it's certain. Hey, it's like, you know how you said certain things that a man don't do. It's just certain things that a producer don't do.
But you got realized with Overlord, he come from Guitar Center like you, Tasha. So everything that came through there, he grabbed it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's I was gonna say the beat thing. They still, I heard it's still $700. Am I right? $700?
For real, that thing is still that price?
Man, you know what? Hey, they holding on. They holding on too tough.
That's one thing about black business, and aren't those guys black that that's a business I wouldn't support. I'm not paying $700 for the beat.
Man, we would have supported it too if it was right.
Hey, it's still $6.99 at Guitar Center. It's Sam Ash and Sweetwater.
You probably saved a lot of people from buying that thing, man. With that review you had, bro.
What you talking about? What for the beat thing?
No, I was you were talking about the I'm saying you probably forced people to get the beat thing when that first one you had on the Renaissance before it came out back 4 years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago.
Oh, you talking about when I did the joint where I was actually just saying what the Renaissance really was?
Yeah, right.
Versus how they were advertising it.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta check Rashawn. I was telling Rashawn about you, man. You got a lot of good. You two tours are awesome, bro.
Is that the Jersey Devil?
Yes, the Jersey Sun.
Okay. What up with you, man? I keep hearing the name. What's up with the CX?
Did you see that picture I posted?
When was this?
On Facebook, when I said when I walked out my house, this was waiting for me.
Oh yeah, the Lamborghini or whatever.
This still here, man.
I mean, go ahead and take it, bro. I mean, Go ahead and do your thing, man. Whatever you gotta do it.
I'm like, man.
Don't take it, man. It's gonna be hard to post stuff, man, from that 6x9.
Shoot.
Ain't work, man. Hey, well, I don't even like Italian cars. I like British cars, man.
That's the villain mobiles right there. The BMW,
right?
Jaguars.
Rolling over there with.
What was that? What was that? That was a Lambo. What is that thing?
Jaguar.
All right.
Jaguar.
That's a Jaguar. Look like a Lambo.
Not the Lambo right there.
Hey man, you know what?
I'm standing. I just pulled up. Still here.
Hey. I'm not one that needs I don't need to be validated or whatever, but it would make my week if the great CX the producer would actually just watch my video and just let me know what he thinks. That's all I want.
Man, let me tell you something.
What video?
I watched. He just posted a joint showing the makings of the Portuguese love flip.
About time.
Goodness, man. Hey, I had to go find mine, right? So when I heard his, I said, man, yours is better than one I did. I said, totally smashing one I did. I did mine. It was just a few chops or whatever. But the way he went in and I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Go watch it.
But hey, what'd you say?
You just posted it?
Yeah, it came up early this morning. I'm exhausted, dude. I was working on it all night.
What's that website? I'm about to.
You keep giving up them little testers, man.
Computer Music Academy.
That's what I was just asking.
.com.
Yeah. Hey, Hertz, did you see the part when I was telling you that it turned out to be like a little tribute to what you did?
Yes, I saw it. I just started laughing. I said, man, I took a page out your book. This guy.
It was crazy because I started to do it. Oh, he over there listening to it now.
Yeah.
I got it on.
Man,
what's yours?
that joint though, it's crazy though, man. When I saw it.
That you, Wild Buddy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Damn.
Man, listen.
I didn't mean it to be the spoiler there this year.
Oh, that's all good.
That's awesome, man.
No, but you gotta watch it though. You know, I'm listening to it when you playing it. But you gotta peep it. You got to peep like everything it took that he put into the, the pad, the visuals.
Yeah, the visual was awesome. I like how you mixed that up, brother. That's good stuff right there.
Appreciate
it. You got you make that studio sing too, brother.
Hey man.
Good stuff, brother. How long did that take you, man?
What, the whole project?
Yeah.
About 4 days.
Hey, he got off as soon as he got off Friday, he was on it.
Yeah.
I had a story.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying the homework assignment, the Fife Dog.
Mm-hmm.
I did a couple. I was, I was ashamed of sending, man. So I was involved in it. I didn't feel it was. I couldn't hear Fife spitting on it. So I guess that's be ready for the next one. But just give you a heads up.
Well, I just put that out. That's the stuff that I was working on leading up to this. So the new assignment is up now.
Right. Hey, CX. I'm sorry, I mean cut you off, brother.
I was just gonna say I'm getting ready to be in bed in a little bit. I am so exhausted.
See, wait, man, 4 days, brother. I admire that, man, because I'm I get tired. I get bored of things sometimes, and sometimes that affects my creative process. Sometimes I try to stick with it. When I don't. That's one of the things I got to work on, because I'm very passionate about what I'm doing, and just my body is not.
Right, I feel that.
Your body is not as wide.
Hey,
So, it's crazy how I got that name, man. That name has been around for a long time, man.
I don't know if we even discussed that.
Decade? That was the 2 decades?
Yeah, long time, bro. Straight up. Yeah. No, me and Rich go back to, man. We go back a long time, man.
Word.
He's one of the basketball jock cats, man.
Nice.
Huh?
Wide Body got me hooked on making beats. You know what I mean?
Wow.
He was my influence.
Nice.
Matter of fact,
Wow.
remember I bought that keyboard from you. That's
Right. I remember that, man. We used to back in the day. I used to have a CD burner and had the ASR sampler, and I used to make beats on the fly. I didn't even know how to quantize, and we used to put it into the burn the CD, and I'm playing the beats at the same time, playing the drums. We make little songs and stuff, man. You know, on Friday nights, man, we come over. We got the liquor, we got everything you need. We'll sit there and fly some beats down. You know, so let's make a song. So we did a little song, Hard Life. We had that's been and I lost it. So I just seen Rick's first time in like, man, almost 10 years, a couple months ago. He said, man, you know, I still got that joint. I'm like, wow. So that's man, we didn't have no stop, man. It's like you go, and when we next guy to spit, you pass the mic over to him.
Wow.
Stay on key too, bro. But you know, that's just yeah.
Crazy.
Speaking of which, hey, to shit, you wrong for what? I gotta get at Mr. Wallace, man. He's wrong for his post.
What post?
The post he posted. What did he say? He
About
said,
Dilla and
"Yeah." I was like, "Man, hey, y'all gotta cut it out, man."
he said Dilla and Gigahertz have never been in the same place at the same time.
At the same time. That's right.
Wow.
Oh, some Clark Kent Superman.
Right. That's true, man. It's only because I didn't know him.
That's
Sure
crazy. That's
The
crazy.
Wild is crazy, man.
Oh no, that's hilarious.
Mm.
Man,
CX, you was gonna talk about we were calling you Mr. Surgical with the chops. You said, hold on a minute.
yeah, he said he was going to elaborate on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I forgot, man.
This guy.
Hey, he realized he's gonna be giving up too much, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Ancient Chinese secret.
No, seriously though, like tonight, I was over my man's house, right? He got a studio over his house. So, I went over there to bang out, just to bang out, so I turn up everything, right?
Right.
So, I actually started, finding out different features of the MPC that I didn't even know, man. Like, it's crazy, man. Like,
Which model?
the Renaissance.
Okay.
And it's crazy, like, that track, you know how on most MPCs, if you set it for 8 bars, every track is 8 bars. It's kind of like a Triton right now. Whereas though, if the whole sequence is 8 bars, you can literally make each track any amount of bars you want it to be.
Right. That's the new function on there. It didn't used to be that way, but now you can, if your hi-hat is set at 4 bars, you can go and set your main melody at 2 bars if you want to. Or
That's one thing I really like about the machine software. That's been doing that for a while.
For a while, yeah, I know.
So if you got a pattern that's somewhat difficult, and you can only play it for 1 or 2 bars, and you can just
there we go.
It'll just repeat through that whole 8. If you got if your main sample is 8 bars,
exactly,
yeah,
duplicate for 8 bars and so on, which it's really dope.
Yeah, and I mean that's crazy because usually I want my hi-hats to have that certain feel to them.
Right.
Now it's like I only play for like a bar, if that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Extra producer.
Yeah. and that pad chopping, oh my God, man! It's like I can chop. I mean, super quick. It's ridiculous, and it's crazy because now. I never really thought about it, but I was making a beat when I was there, and the beat was playing, and I was chopping the sample up at the same time while the beat was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So
that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Technology
just keeps getting better and better.
That's crazy, yo.
Yeah, I had messed with my Renaissance in about 2 or 3 days maybe. Well, no, that's a lie because I had hooked up Friday. But,
I love when he says stuff like this as if it's been 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 years.
Because like I said, man, I have a relationship with my machinery that is like they speak. They don't talk verbally, but it's like you look at them, you got that look of guilt, like I've been up here for a while, getting all dusty. You ain't pressed the pad on me once. And so,
Man,
what?
I did something last night on the MPC. I was sitting at the kitchen table, and I had, sometimes I go upstairs, I just be at the kitchen table with my MPC. Man, I chopped some shit up and did some crazy shit to that. And I said it all the time. I don't never like my beats, but this one right here had me. I had to take the headphones off and walk away.
No, that's bad.
like literally, I was like, man, what the hell did I just do?
That was,
you know what I'm saying?
That must have been a take your shirt off beat.
It was crazy, man, because I was like, oh man. And then I was like, my video setup is downstairs in the studio, so I'm like, damn, man, should I take my Renaissance back down here and film this video? And I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait.
Jay, just save it and do it later.
Yeah.
I like what you got going on Facebook, CX. You see you. I know you friended me the other day. I was checking you out for a brief moment.
I'm gonna have to find him on there because I hear the shit, singing his praises all the time. I'm like, man, damn, I don't see none of this stuff, but I guess I gotta be a
You don't have him as a friend? Oh,
no,
man.
I don't, cause he ain't CX producer on there.
I'll send you his account.
I'm about to get on here right now. I think you mentioned us in the same post one time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said, who is this? And when I clicked on it, I said, oh, that's CX producer.
Yeah.
Hey, you know he does what the hell he wants, right?
Man.
Medusa.
Man,
Anybody work on anyone as of right now? You guys got any projects lined up?
Yeah, man. Weekly homework assignment, man. We banging it out. We banging it out every week, bro.
Yeah, that's what I make beats for now, my friend. But I'm gonna post the next one, man.
Actually, I just got my new assignment today.
All right.
My new challenge, so I'm happy. I already ordered the record. It should be here next week. I'm excited.
Tasha, I think you over there building a Tasha School of Excellence or something, man. You over there, you on some Charles Xavier shit.
Hey,
man.
you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I was sitting here after I did the podcast last week, and I'm like, I don't know what it is about me. I don't feel like I'm anything special or I'm doing anything special, but something is up with me to where all of these incredibly talented people are being sent to CMA, and
Right.
dude, we bang out. I mean, and this is not, and of course, this year is ridiculous, but it's been like this since year one, where we just have these crazy, ridiculous, talented people, and we have these great podcasts. But this year, with all the people that we got this year over the last couple of months, dude, man, it's about to be the best year.
That's what I was ready to ask you. Like, since we've been doing, all the hangouts and everything, has it been drawing more people over?
Yep. Dude,
Yeah.
the majority of the people who have joined over the last, how long we've been doing the podcast? Like just over 2 months now?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of the people who have joined in that time have been from the DMV or because they watched the hangouts.
Oh, CX producer got too many people, man. I can't be down with his team, man.
What?
It just giving me a message. It ain't giving me a add as friend type of situation.
Man, get out of here.
I'm so sincere when I say that.
Cause he got it. Don't you have it set up to where it's friend to friends?
I think so.
You
Yeah.
should be able to see that.
It's two of them. It's two pages.
Well, not his page.
Yeah, not my page.
He got his page, and then he has his personal. I gave you this personal.
Okay, well, I'm saying it's two personals though. One says Hodge Trinity.
No,
Pro
not
Tools,
that one.
And one says Google.
What's the Google one?
I just clicked on the Google joint, and all it's giving me is a message indicator. I can send you a message, but I can't add you as a friend because I think you reached.
Send him a message then.
You-
Send him a message, and then when he get over there, he can add you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's exclusive.
Stop it, man.
He's reached his peak.
He's CX the producer, man.
Well, yeah,
Man, I need to turn that into. I need to get them people over to YouTube, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro.
How's that?
You know what? We can talk about that before I get up out of here, man. that's a difficult thing to do when you have all of your people on one platform. Trying to get them to go elsewhere is insane, dude. Because I got my main channel, the Tasha Say Music channel, and then I got the Computer Music Academy YouTube channel. And when I tried to get everybody, or at least a nice amount of the people, to not leave, but also subscribe to the Computer Music Academy channel, dude, you would have thought I asked people to do drugs.
Wow.
You would have thought I asked people to go rob a bank because everybody was so reluctant. I'm like, dog, I'm moving the podcast over there.
Well, in essence, that is like doing drugs. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, you guys are, SoundCloud is a graveyard now. I tried to, everybody pulled everything off, man. I'm like, it's crickets over there, man.
Oh, I'm glad you reminded me because I got some stuff over there I need to take down too.
I haven't posted much. I posted one thing probably in the last month, but that's all that's what I had. That was my only outlet I had. Just as I was getting some more followers, man, all this stuff goes down. First the Fat Boys break up. Nah.
right.
That's nuts, man.
I think my pride and joy at this point on there is the J Live remix I did with Dwelle on it, and everything else I've just.
What do you go as on SoundCloud, Digga?
Same thing.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah, because I'm taking everything down pretty soon. Like you said, if it's a graveyard like that, it's only a matter of time, man.
Man, they got, what it kills me, you got every time I get posts, man, it's the same person, man. They post like 30 things, man. Like, golly.
Man, what gets me when I be seeing some people, man, on Facebook and all this junk, and I'm listening to the beats they make, and I'm like, how the hell you got 300 views, man?
Yeah.
For this, man.
They paying for them, or they doing that mass spam crusade.
Yeah.
They just go on to people's page and just dropping a link.
Right. That's a lot of work. One guy was saying on it because I was trying to see how to get more views. He said Sunday nights is the best time to upload stuff to SoundCloud, but I didn't really see a difference, man.
There's no difference
right now. Yeah, it's what it is. Some guys that drop it, man, they got like, man, hundreds of views, like not even been up there a couple hours. Like, man, what is this person doing that I'm not doing? You mean, hey, your music's not far off.
Pay for play.
Right. Payola even on the internet.
Yeah, man.
Cause that's like when Tasha puts something up. When Tasha puts something up there, I share it.
Right.
I quickly share it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because for some reason I don't get the views I feel like I should.
Yeah, I'm like, man, what the? And I mean, maybe it's just because of me, because that's my man. You know what I'm saying? But it's hot though, and I'm saying
right.
Stuff like, man, what the hell? Then I see some lame put something up there with some whack ass beat, same old boom bap, this, that, and other. I'm like, how the hell you get all these views for this? We know what the sample is, man.
Right.
How you get this? You know what I'm saying? How you get all these views, man?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's quite the conundrum.
Right.
Mystery was all. And I ain't just tripping off the views. I'm just saying, like, some this supposed to be promotion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gotta be a beat thing cheaper than this right here. Let me find one.
This dude.
Let me see if I can find one on eBay real quick, man.
Hey Tasha, you see that video I tagged you and Gadget in that time with the beat thing? Somebody put a video up.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, and I tagged you and Gadget, man.
I see one for $425.
Ooh, man, that's too much.
Yeah, right.
I could have brought one last year for $200.
That's man. You're at the store. You see a machine MK2 there, and then you got a beat thing next to it. What are you gonna do?
Well, that's a no-brainer. I don't care if the MK2 costs more than the beat thing. I'm still buying. I'm walking right past that beat thing, man. Because when I look at the beat thing, all I can think about is the ASRX.
Right. Yep. That's one of my first machines I've had, man. I beat the piss out that, man.
When I did have it, because I used to have the black box and the red box, and when I did have it, man, I used to love that joint. But I don't know if it was you or if it was maybe it was Jay Bishop. Oh no, it might have been Dickerhertz too. One of you guys was saying that they finally fixed it to where the sequencer isn't off.
Yeah, I heard the sequencer was crazy.
Yeah, Jay Bishop was saying that, but I always went in and I could always go in and quantize what I wanted. Like, you know, when you was playing it just off the rip, it was always kind of off.
Yep.
But you know, I would go in and like, especially my hi hat. So when I would make certain beats, I would go in and fix the hi hat, make sure it was quantized. But everything else, I didn't care how I played it, because you know it was just about the feel of it.
I'm gonna tell you somebody who used to murder that joint, man. My man Praise used to murder that joint, man.
And you know what? And I wouldn't even thought about getting one until I saw Praise one. I'm like, man, that joint looked very foreign. I had never seen one. Yeah. And then when I saw Jay Sinai one, I was like, oh, yo, I was like, okay.
Yeah, Sinai got one. Man, Sinai a wild dude, man.
He seems like one.
I like wild dude, man. I like that dude.
Man, I would talk to Sinai one time, man. Sinai is like, he's a Wu-Tang disciple, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is, man. He's like a Wu-Tang disciple, man. That's just who he is, man.
I remember seeing his joint. This was, I don't know, it's probably about 3, maybe 4 years ago, I think, in his apartment.
Taliban?
I don't know if it was Dollar Bin, but I think it was a Behind the Beats or just.
Yeah, it was in his house.
Yeah, right. And they were just kicking it. And I came to really, really like Jay Sinai from that, just how his approach and how he was speaking about certain things. I was like, man, I really like this dude. And then he actually has, I know he has a joint with Kev Brown, but he has something with someone else. I can't think of who it was.
Early Reed?
Maybe it was.
That's my man right there.
Early Reed seems like he a crazy dude too, man.
Yeah.
Does all the loops like with the 404 or whatever.
Yeah.
505 something like that.
Yeah.
404.
Man, that dude he be calling me, man. He don't keep a phone number. He'll hit me on Messenger. He'll call me, man. I'm in Starbucks, man. Wait till I get back in Starbucks. I'm gonna call you. You know what I'm saying? Because he moved not too far out here where I live at now. So I gotta get up with him.
My favorite. You know, he don't have much stuff out there, but his voicemail on Kev Brown, I Do What I Do. I love that voicemail, man.
Check that out. Yeah, I seen him on. I seen a Twitter rant. He be going at people on Twitter. I seen Early Reed.
Oh yeah,
he don't care.
Yeah, he be going in, man. Man, one day we was on the phone, man. Man, I know we was on the phone for about 3 hours.
Wow.
3 hours, man.
Playing joints?
Just talking, man.
That's what's up.
Just talking, because, you know, he's a little upset about some things, man. You know, I ain't gonna go into it, but low budget is low budget. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, I'm just shocked and appalled that they got the this beat thing for, man, list price at 1500. Like, man, really?
What?
No, that's MSRP.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But the thought that you even price it that high.
Right.
No, that's not priced that high. What they
suggested. That's what I'm saying. It's suggested. You should never suggest something like that.
Right, like that's not.
The silly part about it is they've been selling it for a G for the longest.
Really?
Like who? Somebody.
It was $9.99 or $8.99.
I'm gonna tell you who's buying that stuff. These little young cats that want to get into it, they don't know nothing about nothing. I seen a cat in the Guitar Center the other day. These dudes sold him one of them MPCs, them drum machines that you can't sample into. He got all this stuff. He must have spent like $1,000 in there.
Hey, so the X20, like the X20 or
yeah, something like it was one the blue with the blue light up buttons.
X20, that's the X20.
Yeah, so we was just chatting because I go in there, I play with the machine in there. I be making beats and stuff. So he's like, yeah, I'm trying to find a hole so I can sample stuff. I was like, dude, take that back right now. You got the receipt? I said I said, you don't need this. Is what you need right here, man. They didn't counsel him. They just sold whatever he wanted. I'm like, y'all wrong for that. That's the same time I was taking the speakers back, and they were trying to lowball me on the speakers.
Right.
That's one reason why I won, so to speak.
Right.
Because I was just real with the people, man. I kicked it with them, saw what they were trying to do, what kind of budget they had, and and I was realistic with them. Okay, you only got $200. We can only do one or two things a day. You come
Right.
back weeks and we get this, but I set them up with whatever whatever within their budget, or
Right.
suggest that they come back when they do have a couple extra dollars, so we
Right.
can get them the realness, man. And
Right.
because of that, that's why I was one of the winners, man. But there was plenty of people that I worked around that just sold people all kind of stuff. They had no idea.
Right.
Yeah, I
Even
seen
they know that they know what time it is, but they ain't, this dude must have spent he had like $1,200 of bullshit.
No.
I'm like yo, I said yo, I was
seen that
mad
happen
too.
so much, man.
I was so mad. Go
I,
ahead,
I
Steve.
would I would go on Guitar Center, man. Like that's how me and Overlord met. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? He was in Guitar Center, and we was talking, and then he was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I make beats too, this, that, and all. He's like, you make beats? I said, yeah. He said, well, what you got on you? So I had my phone on me. This had to be like 8 years ago, and I plugged my phone up, and around this time I had the MV8000,
Oh.
and
You
he
still
was-
deboing.
yeah, I was murdering that
I
joint,
know
man.
it. You know it.
I was murdering that joint. And he had it too, man. He was like, hold up, man. How the hell you do all that on there, man? And I got the same machine. You know what I'm saying? So then we just got tight. Me and him got tight after that, man. He come over crib and everything, man. And he just one day said, man, I'm moving to Wisconsin. I said, what?
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Damn.
And,
How long
man,
has he been with his wife?
I think I don't know, probably since he been out there.
Word. Okay.
Since
Hey.
he been out there.
CX, you know Choppy Chop?
I never met Choppy.
Nah, he seems like a wild dude, man. He
He
watching
nice
him
with
on
it
the,
though, man. He nice
Yeah.
with it.
he used an ASR too. I seen him at the video of that beat conductor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that the beat conductors, man. I supposed to do a video with them. I don't know when, but what you call is Theory. Me and Theory been going talking to each other here back. and
Yeah, that's my
forth.
man. I mean, I act like I don't know him, but I mean, I feel like I know him. Theory, he a serious dude about his shit, man. I like Theory, man.
And just like it's a lot of stuff going on. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff going on in the area as far as hip hop, and that's
You
one
ain't
thing-
lying.
That's one thing about DC, man. They keep the culture
Or
going. You know what I'm saying? They keep the culture going, and you got a lot of spots in DC where they have the lower spots. Because DC is also one of the second or third markets for neo soul.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that go hand in hand with the hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Love me some Neo Soul, man. They need to bring that back a little bit more too, man. What's that dude? Dwell, and I like him and Raheem Devine, yo.
Yeah, right. I fuck with him.
See,
Yeah.
Raheem was cool, man. I remember when Raheem was first starting out, man. He was on the college radio stations.
Yeah.
He was real cool, and he used to write for Dwelle.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Dwelle wrote Is It Possible on his first album.
Wow.
And matter of fact, to show you what's crazy, Eric Roberson wrote some stuff on Dwelle's first album.
Yeah, he did, and that's another dude that I met that he was real cool, like, because my wife was a fan of him too, as well as me. So we went to a show, you know what I'm saying? And like after the show, I got to talk to him. His father was sitting right there selling his CDs.
Damn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He came here for a concert, man, and like one of the coolest dudes you ever gonna meet, man. Like
Yeah.
real humble dude, man. Real down to earth cat. He signed like I had his music already, but I still bought 2 CDs from him, man, and he signed them.
Support that. That's what's up. And I was saying, man, like it seems like DC, Detroit, y'all got y'all so saturated with it, like it never die. Like it's not like that outside of that, man. It's like
no, because you know what?
I mean, I'm a couple other places. I'm not trying to discount that, but where I'm at, you don't have record stores and spots you can go to vibe out, man. It's none of that I know of.
Right.
You know?
Well, over this last, couple months that I've been cool with Hurts, he made me realize how deep Memphis is.
Yeah, no, that's another one. And we were talking
Yeah.
about that the other day when the test one. That was
Yeah, deep. I mean, Memphis is deep, yo. It really hadn't occurred to me before that. I was like, damn, wait a minute. And this, is Memphis or is it Nashville considered the music city?
It's Nashville. That's Nashville. We're the Bluff City. They the music city.
Okay,
Mom.
but still, though,
Hey,
it's still
yo,
deep in Nashville.
Right. Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
yo,
What's up, Rick?
Yeah.
I'm about to move down to Jackson, Tennessee. Well, Jackson, Nashville.
If you move to Jackson, you'll be like 40 minutes away from me, 45 minutes away from me. Yeah, and Nashville is a whole 3 hours from a 3 hour drive, which ain't nothing. I'm supposed to ride to Nashville to go record shopping pretty soon.
Word.
But you know what though, man? I think the internet has made everywhere smaller and everybody connected. So it's somewhat a city. Some cities have it, little spots, but I think it's more with the internet more than anything. I mean, just look at how we connected. You know what I'm saying? Like none of us could physically just go to each other's city or spot like that and just be vibing like that. So we got to do it via this and other means, other mediums.
Right.
And and just like that first time when we was on the Hangouts, I think you was on there with us, Tasha. When dude was in, what was he at, man? Howling so damn well.
He was
Norway or something.
Yeah, he was. Man, this dude had everything, man.
The man, he looked like he was in a space shuttle, man. Like,
yeah, for real, dude. He
I was
had
like,
keys and mixers and knobs and faders for days, dude.
And he wasn't making no electronic music, no EDM. He was doing hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what he thought was hip hop.
Yeah, what he thought was hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
I got nothing but respect, but let's be real, Because when he played a beat, man, the hangout just came to a halt. Like,
yeah, it did. But he had he was doing that just lets you know, man, why would he even get on something like that if he didn't know nothing about, you know what I'm saying, the music.
Right.
Know?
Right. It was. All right, fellas, I'm going to go ahead and call this a wrap, put it in the books. I want to thank all of y'all, man. CX, Gigahertz, Ricks, Tashir. You awake, Tashir? Yeah, you about to go.
Barely.
Man, look.
POP. CMA. Hold it down.
I want to thank all of y'all. Anytime during the week, anybody have any suggestions, man, like I say, I don't have all the answers, and I hopefully next week a lot more people can join us so we have more of a. This was awesome, man. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate y'all time, man. A man's time is very valuable, and I thank you for sitting here a couple hours, man, to support what we're doing, man. So next week, same time, 8 p.m.
Oh, you changed it to 8? I thought it was at 9. Okay.
No, it's at 8. It's been at 8, but if I have to change it, I don't want to. I know a couple people couldn't come on because of what's that damn show?
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. So it's like
you're not dedicated. You're not. As a matter of fact, wait a minute. What? Didn't The Walking Dead end last week?
That's what I thought.
That's what it was last week.
Hey, Tashir will call you out. If you ain't about that life, he will call you out. Even on your own spot, he'll call you out.
I'm saying though, like if we people, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna come through. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I gotta watch my show. I mean, true.
Hey man, TiVo that.
Yeah, I'm saying.
TiVo.
I know I'm not like everybody else. I don't watch TV. Everything I watch, if I watch anything, is on the net.
Me too.
If I make a promise to somebody, or I say I'm gonna at least attempt to come through, I'm gonna come through. And like I said, I was knocking out all my work, and then I got that. I was like, oh, cool. Let me go over here for a few minutes and stick my head in and say what up. You know what I'm saying? As promised. Trust me. I ain't over here watching whatever.
Hey, don't be like me, man. When I got the bad signal, I was watching Billions.
I was in the
how's that
studio.
show? How was that? I was hearing about that.
You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you, so I'm just starting to get into it. This is the first season of it, but
Yeah.
I dig it. You know, I'm seeing it for what it is on the surface.
Right.
But I'm looking beyond the surface though with it. You know,
That's
I'm
that
looking at
dude
some.
that help all the businesses or something. He like
He like he's a Wall Street cat who got his bones the hard way.
Right.
And he a real hustler, man. He giving a middle finger to the establishment and stuff. So.
Hey, I'm gonna check that out, man.
Yeah, if you got like Netflix or anything like Showtime on demand or Kindle Fire stick whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Straight up. Hey,
what you laughing? Who's laughing at me?
hey, I like that. I like that bar rescue stuff. I mean, I'm hooked on that bar rescue shit right there.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get my National Geographic on and learn some stuff too though. So.
Right on.
Nice, dude.
All right, guys. I'll see you next week. And
Hey, yo, appreciate the extension, man.
Ain't no thing, man. I appreciate y'all, man. No doubt, bro.
All right.
And we'll get with you, man.
I'll catch y'all, man.
All right, peace.
Love.
Peace.
Peace.